All right. So Brandon, yo, Brandon, you there?
Yeah. I can hear you. I can hear you. Sorry.
I need to make sure I'm checking my audio to see what
I can make sure for you. Wait,
and see if I'm coming through 5 by 5.
you started the stream already?
Yeah, I just started the stream.
That's weird. It's not showing up yet live on my side. It says waiting still.
It takes a moment for it to kick in. I'm trying to see if my audio's kicked in.
Kate is on. Yo.
Yep. There we go. Yeah, the audio's working. I hear it.
You hear it? Bet.
Yep, I hear it. It's fine. We're good.
Okay. Well, hey Brandon, let me look. The reason why the government needs a first net is because you need something that kind of gives you extra priority over everybody else, especially on communication. Same thing with power. If when the power goes out, guess what? They do have dedicated power trunk lines going to sensitive areas. Like, do you don't think that the Pentagon has extra power capabilities going on, or vice versa, depending on how sensitive the area is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying is that's where you need priority on on anything that is required to have a little, like, needing sense, being very sensitive.
No, I
That's the
know,
best way I
but
could describe it.
all of them at this point should have priority because I've heard people say that they have Verizon in their first responders.
Yeah, and T-Mobile has their first responder network also. But we'll see, what they're doing is
Yeah.
this. What they're doing is this: is they're trying to show the government that they can do a first responder setup also. So instead of them favoring one company to do it, you should have all three as redundancy. Like when I take all three of my cell phones and I'm driving up and down the highway, uh, I could technically use that to, as triple redundancy. Just in case
Uh-huh.
one fails, I still have a connection. So
Right.
that's technically how FirstNet should be set up as. We talked about this also. I said that FirstNet needs to be a MVNO on all three carriers. I mean, they can they can allocate like special spectrum to them, but
Mm.
they shouldn't favor one over the other. It's like, well, whoever works the best gets gets my signal.
I don't think there should be an envy. No. I think there should just be a priority set aside for first responders or government entities because I mean look what happened um 3 years ago in Tennessee when all that crap happened and they had to start using satellites or something like that.
Yeah, but that's like I said. But you want the government to end up being an MVNO. It's a mobile virtual private network. So you want it to be virtual. You don't want it to. You don't want the government going out trying to put cell sites up and trying to cover, you know, millions and millions of miles, square miles, just for something that the carriers are already doing themselves. Utilize the
Right,
carriers. You
right.
giving AT&T money to put towers up. Give money to all three to put towers up. Have them give coverage.
Yeah, but AT&T is also a slut.
Hey, AT&T be twerking for it, boy. Understand? They twerk for the dollar. They be twerking for the dollar, boy. I understand.
They
And then guess
sure
what?
do.
They're not even trying to twerk real good for it. They shake their toe and be like, "You should give us millions, thank you." But
AT&T is that same company that you'll pay child support to, and instead of them pampering what they have to do, they'll end up pampering themselves.
oh, you know it, you know it. But see, that's the thing. AT&T right now, out of the three companies, doesn't look like they feel the competition yet. Verizon is actually feeling the competition. AT&T is like, yo, we didn't even care about these
AT&T
customers in the first
doesn't
place.
care. AT&T doesn't care. Like,
But the only way you can make them care is if they start losing contracts to their
they
competitors.
literally bought a satellite company. They bought um Warner Media. They basically said, "We're married. Discovery will help you with the marriage."
Yeah, but
And
that's
now
because
Discovery wants out.
no Discovery and Warner Brother are trying to shop themselves to somebody else now.
Exactly. They
Yeah,
want
but
out.
they don't want out. They don't want to manage it themselves. You have to understand, if you build a company or you just, what they call philanthropy. I can't even say the word, but they people who like to invest in other companies, so their portfolio is very diverse, where you got a hand in everything. AT&T just trying to diversify their portfolio. They got an arm in media, they got an arm in fiber, they got an arm in cellular, they got an arm in this, they got an arm in that. That's what they're trying to do. They don't want to manage it themselves. Why do you think they're having Ericsson do their cellular network? They don't want to manage it. They don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
Look, what is it? The reports come out. They talking about AT&T is letting Microsoft run their cloud for their 5G core. See what I'm saying? They don't want to do anything except have somebody else do it, and then they reap the benefits of it if it succeed. But if it fails, it's not on their books.
Yeah, they're literally paying for a service because they don't want to do it.
Yeah, they don't want to do it. Hey, look, when you look, Verizon is in it for the long haul. They don't do nothing except communications.
Right.
AT&T does everything. You be like, yo, AT&T, you'll find out that AT&T sell blenders. You be like, what does blenders have to do with communication? Nothing.
I
But
remember they used to
somewhere through
sell
the books.
actual phones.
But somewhere through the books, they sell blenders somewhere.
And they might even be selling VCRs at this point in another
They probably
country.
are. They probably are. But hey, look,
Yeah.
the news that kind of broke for me. I know that y'all guys don't care, but for me,
Bob.
the big news that happened this week, and I did a video on it. So this one came from Speed Tech.
Which one?
The one about T-Mobile.
Oh, Delta.
No. Didn't you send me the one? It was
The one
from the
about
Business
Lumos.
Wire.
Oh, the Business Wire one. Yeah.
All right. So if anybody quite I'm not sure, but within our little tight knit community, uh, we did a lot of the pros and cons talking about T-Mobile and where they should be, what direction should they go in, and different things. So, I had to play the devil's advocate for T-Mobile all the time. I don't mind playing that part. It's fun. But everybody kept saying, "Hey, T-Mobile doesn't have fiber. They need to have fiber so they can have that 10 gig circuit, 20 gig circuit, 100 gig, you know, backhaul." You know what I mean? That's kind of the whole idea. T-Mobile didn't have that. They leased their fiber from a lot of different carriers. But now in this article here, let me blow this up a little more. In this article here, T-Mobile and EQT, I don't know who that is, but apparently their enterprise company has announced a joint venture to acquire Lumos. So Lumos operates in Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina to build out the uncarrier first fiber footprint. So Lumos already exists. T-Mobile's going to end up being the front facing of the company, kind of like the the consumer side, and then I think within this article they talked about EQT going to end up being like the network operator. So T-Mobile pretty much has a chance to stay in its own lane where they can just focus directly on customer service, ads, bombarding people to just switch their service from their competitors. So this puts them directly in competition against the Spectrums and the Comcasts. So Brandon, would you switch to a T-Mobile fiber if it popped up in your area?
I would probably try it out, but I don't know if I'd make it permanent.
But what about bundling?
Bundling wireless and
Yeah.
fiber.
Well, I mean, we obviously seen Spectrum do it. Spectrum bundles their home internet offering with their cellular, and people switching. I mean, I've had people in my Uber rides that are from like Spectrum heavy or Comcast heavy areas, and they're saying, "Hey, look, what do you think of Xfinity Wireless, or what do you think of Spectrum Wireless?" And I'm like, it runs on the Verizon network, and if you're getting a good deal, you should do it. And people are looking for deals.
The thing about these fiber companies or ISPs, I should say, is a lot of them don't have everyday pricing. Like I know Comcast says that you can buy a line and get the second one free, but
Now,
that
when you say
second
when
free,
you when you say everyday pricing, what do you mean?
like for example, Comcast will give you, well, Xfinity Mobile will give you buy one get one free, but that second line is only free for a year.
Okay.
Same thing with Charter Spectrum. It's only free for a year or something like that.
And I
It's
think that's
not
going to end. I
permanent.
think that's going to end up. I think that's going to end up being the standard. They're going to give it to you for free for a short period of time. I think the free lines are over. I think we hit the free. I think we hit the free line precipice now.
Well, I mean, T-Mobile kind of already gave that up for the time being, but apparently the cable MVNOs are giving it a try. But I guess it kind of makes sense because let's say you have a daughter, they're starting school, or you want them to have their first phone, or you open a business and you want to have a second line or something like that. You're eventually going to have to pay for it, and a lot of the times they're going to wheel you into buying a phone. And
Right.
of course, the average consumer can't afford to pay it outright, so they're basically going to be stuck on a device payment. That's
Yeah.
why a
Well,
lot of
device payments are always going to be the thing. I mean, you
they're
you
always the
spread
worst.
out the payments. But here's the thing: you even seeing that with what's it, Mobile X on MVNO on Verizon. They're doing
Right.
device financing on what data buckets. I don't know what type of. I don't think they got the top tier phones, but they're still financing these mid. They're probably financing these mid tier phones for people.
I legit
Yeah.
forgot Mobile X even existed, to be honest.
You said,
Huh?
wait, say that again, Kay.
I said I forgot Mobile X even existed, to be honest with you.
Oh, it's there. If you look, follow Peter Addington on X formerly known as Twitter, and
Whoa, 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 whoa,
you'll be annoyed by it, man.
whoa, 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 wait. Wasn't an NVNO rated? I thought Mobile X was the one that got rated.
No. Not
What? Who am I
not that
thinking
I
of
know of.
then?
You said they got rated?
There was an NVNO that got rated by the feds. I swear to God.
Oh, that I don't know, but none of the ones that I follow.
Yeah, not that I know of.
It probably was one of those super like bottom tier like black wireless.
Oh my God, I forgot about them.
Oh my God.
It's probably something like that where or what was it, Patriot Wireless. It was all the way at the bottom. But hey, look, I'm just saying. The question is obviously T-Mobile moved this time frame a lot faster than I thought. Because remember, Brandon, the conversation we were having about like, is T-Mobile going to end up getting bought by a cable provider? Is it going to be Spectrum? Would it be Comcast? And I said that if T-Mobile ends up purchasing any type of fiber anywhere, then that means they're not waiting for a merger. They're going to do it themselves.
Right.
And this, look, they just purchased. They're in a joint venture purchase for Lumos, and Eastern North Carolina, or North Carolina is where I'm from, and so the crazy thing is the Lumos build out is not shabby. I mean, given the fact that T-Mobile is building that network, they got Lumos as a somewhat footprint. They can be very competitive.
But again, no radio has said that, because he lives and works in North Carolina. He's mentioned before that Charter might be buying them out.
Here it is.
What?
Here it is. I found it. It's
You found
Hello
it?
Mobile.
Hello Mobile?
I've
Yes.
never heard of them.
Y'all
I
don't
never
remember
heard
that?
of it.
It got rated like
I
2
never
years
heard
ago.
of Hello Mobile, but you know what? That's a long list of MVNOs. Man, we pulled up the MVNO list. I know you remember. We pulled up the MVNO list, man. This thing was like 4 pages long.
It says Issa Assad, the CEO of Q-Link, Hello Mobile's parent company, murdered his gardener for $60, and their offices were recently raided because of it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, very grim
Hey,
shit.
look, even MVNOs got issues, man. Who would have thought? But here's the thing. My overall look at this, right, has always been like we obviously know that T-Mobile needs fiber. They need fiber. They need a fiber hookup. T-Mobile's going at it from the consumer side first instead of taking the MCI approach that Verizon's doing, which is only caring about back end. So T-Mobile's doing what I call the front end, trying to get connected to homes, which would probably end up them connecting their own cell towers. But Verizon's only worried about the back end for MCI and connecting their towers that way. Maybe some business consumers only for MCI, but not a consumer facing version unless it's Unless it's FiOS. But FiOS is not everywhere either.
It never. I mean, it was in more parts of the country, but they sold that over the frontier. Ooh, my favorite person.
No radio. Man, the radio with the sound effect coming in. Yo, hey, so Eastern North Carolina is getting a new fiber provider, sir.
Figured as much. Told you as much.
Hey,
Who's the new guy coming in? T-Mobile.
Lumos, formerly is newly going to be named T-Mobile,
AKA they partnering.
They joint venture
Oh, they
with
said they're
someone.
going to acquire and build out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So hey, so let me pull this up because I obviously I was prepared for this one because when I had to go find Lumos website.
Or they're only acquiring a certain part of Lumos and not the whole thing.
Well, Lumos only operates in
I understand that, but what I'm saying is you said Eastern Carolina. You didn't say Carolina. So that would mean
actual Carolina.
So all of the Carolina operations.
Look like it's all of Carolina. So
they already colored purple, so all they gotta do is lighten the hue a few shades.
Well, they can keep the hue the same. Look, here you go. That
the
nice magenta.
Different.
They might have even added this in being a prelude to that buyout.
Wait, what does it mean starting at?
Hold on, going back up. You talking about right here?
You can go down
No, the
lower.
pricing.
You can go lower. Hit the bar to the left there. They have lower tiers.
That's cheaper than AT&T fiber here. Huh.
Yeah, so that's the lowest tier. $40 for 200 symmetrical,
Ooh, that's not bad.
and it's permanent pricing. That's not 2-year.
Oh, that's very good.
Exactly. The
So
only problem is, according to, so the results are in. More people are telling me that everybody's going over and they're still switching back. So they've got something wrong with the recipe. Maybe T-Mobile will fix it, but something's wrong. The Lumos are doing something wrong. I don't know what it is. I'll have to investigate more.
they don't have that magenta prowess, man. You know, being able to throw ads and everything all the time.
Yeah, but I don't think. And what I'm saying is, the people who they successfully attracted are leaving even after they got it. Attracting the customer is the
What
hardest
problems
thing
are
for
they having with the connection?
I don't know what I'm telling you. We don't know. It's too early to really know.
But
what the first thing I heard this years ago, is because Lumos is basically just North State at the end of the day. And the biggest thing I heard is they're bad about not showing up when you have problems. They don't have enough people working to cover the customer base as it grew. So I know that much already. Like their employee count in the same area to like an AT&T or a Spectrum or Comcast is like 5-1.
yeah, I
And
understand that.
so if you got a service group of 500,000 people, but your total employee count is 200, you're in trouble. And when I say total, I mean the technicians, the supervisors, the fleet management, what is it? Your your logistics and your shipping of products and service, things like that. They don't have enough people to operate as big as they're trying to be. Basically, they're running paper thin on personnel.
Well, hey, I mean, it makes it for a good acquirer. And then on top of that, you add, but here's the thing. Now, what they can end up doing is they can start bundling stuff together and try to hold the customer in place while they improve on the logistics.
Yeah, the bundle would definitely be great for them. But once again, like I said, the bundle doesn't matter if you say your internet goes out on Tuesday night and you're waiting and you don't get internet back till Saturday. How long are you going to stay?
True.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, you know what they
didn't
could
you
do?
say that they were in talks and maybe Charter buying them out?
Well, no, it's not that they were in talks. It's that Charter was plotting to buy anyone building fiber that was smaller.
Right.
Anyone. They don't care who.
But see, you know what? Here's the thing. Look at it from this standpoint, right? Especially if you're trying to build up your newly fiber business set, you do have fixed wireless as a backup. So what if they offer you a 5G / fiber node and the failover is wireless?
Yeah,
so
but that equipment don't even exist. They'd have to R&D it.
They would have to make it.
Okay, all right. So remember, we're talking about a company that doesn't have resources. T-Mobile comes along, and T-Mobile has not exactly been great at making the home gateways.
That's true.
Yeah.
So,
but what I'm saying is
it can't be done. I'm saying it's gonna require a culture change for both of these companies to fix those problems.
The culture change is going to have to happen for you to want to succeed.
Yeah, because their culture so far has been paper thin, which helps with profits, but it kills being able to keep customers happy at a large scale. It works when you're small, but you can't really do that when you're a company and you only operate, say you operate a network that's only got 30,000 people on it, and then in a year and a half time you've grown to 1 million, but you didn't grow your employee base and skill set that far. That's the problem. There goes your problem.
No, I totally agree with you.
And they
but like
rely
I said,
on mostly contractors for all the work. That's their other problem. There's contractors doing all their installs. And we already know how contractors
you know what happens when you have contractors.
They do crappy
quality
work.
Of work.
There you go.
The quality of work is not going to be there. But like I said, the thing that you're trying to buy right now is time. You once you have a solid customer base that's happy and satisfied, then you can start branching out.
Yeah.
But solve this problem first. Make it where people stay.
Yeah, T-Mobile can definitely do it. Lumos can't do it without them, but T-Mobile can definitely do it.
I think so. Go
I
ahead.
think the reason why T-Mobile said, "Hey, let us put a few customers on your network," but in the long run, if they don't fix what needs to be fixed now, then they're not going to be successful at all, and they're probably going to want to end up leaving.
Well, you need look, I think that people are willing to put up with a bad product for a while as long as they feel like they're getting something for their troubles, right? So like
Right.
if you switch from Verizon and you go to, let's say, Xfinity or Spectrum, and you wanted the bundle. So you did the bundle to save money. But in your mind, you're like, well, obviously, what happens when I leave my home network? What's going to happen? Well, you do have that Verizon backbone, but what happens if you use a lot of data? Well, at least you'll still be connected. It's just not going to be perfect. And the bundle will let you have a chance to kind of be humbled by it and be like, all right, cool, I'm saving money. It don't have to be perfect all the time. It should be getting better. Now, the thing is how long will people wait?
I mean, the ones that have Cox have a lot of patience.
I'll say this
Oh,
at the moment, this industry is at a position where basically every company has to fight for their customers. And
hey,
unfortunately, these
There's
newer,
a lot of noise right now on the
yeah,
radio.
they have to fight even harder.
hey, I'm calling it right now. T-Mobile's next purchase is going to be Cox.
Well,
They
Cox
will.
owns 30% of Lumos already, so
Oh, oh.
what if
So
we
wait,
find,
are we
Segra.
seeing
what if we find out
connections?
that T-Mobile is only buying the Cox part of Lumos?
We'll take this one off your hands, good buddy. Don't worry, we'll
Because
come for the
Cox is
rest
like,
later.
Cox is sort of like, yo, this ain't working. How can we get out of this?
Oh, T-Mobile, don't you need something?
You need some fiber. Which for T-Mobile, so I'll put it like this: T-Mobile would be the biggest winner out of these two companies if there was some type of merger, mainly because they would get a crap ton of backhaul on the East
Yeah,
Coast.
yeah.
You're talking about from freaking New York to Florida, they'd have their own fiber basically for all their towers because most of the fiber that started the whole Lumos network was backhaul fiber, not fiber
Wow.
trim. So this would be them actually getting their own fiber network on the whole East Coast, bro. That's a big deal.
Now here's the thing that right now the what is it? The consumer side, like I guess for the fiber connection, is only right now focused in Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. But you
Yeah,
just said like they're running up and down the eastern seaboard.
yeah, they already have backhaul on the whole East Coast. You can look at the map yourself. Look up Segra/Spirit Communications. The fiber map is the entire East Coast.
Wow.
So they were exclusively a backhaul provider only, and then they bought a service company that did residential, which was North State.
Hey, the Lumos offers services where you live at, right?
Yes, I can get what I can get. Well, what they advertised is up to 5 gig, but I've been told I can do 10 gigs.
Oh wow.
Yep, yep. Got it in the front yard, dog.
Mm.
And I live in the middle of nowhere. And I got fiber before some people in cities. Ain't that hilarious?
That is hilarious. I was talking to my father today about it. He was like, "Yeah, he see the construction up and down the major highway that we live off of in the small town it cuts through.
Yep.
So he's seen the fiber bundles coming through.
He's probably getting it next. I'm trying to tell you, it's coming.
So I mean, hey, the way I see it, and I feel I didn't know that T-Mobile would end up purchasing. Now here's the thing: this is only fiber to home for right now, but they probably did get their whole operating business right.
That's what I don't know. We don't know. This is new information to me. It says what the article you just said what set to acquire.
Yes, hold on one second. Let me go back
Was it
to it.
100%?
I don't know. Hold on. When
If
I
it's
read this article, I
100%,
didn't.
if it's 100%, we got 10 more millimeter waves about to pop up, sir. Because
What?
they've got the fiber for it. And here's the thing, they got fiber in places fucking that Verizon don't.
Let's see.
They could do millimeter wave in my town with the backhaul that they have. Verizon can't. They had to build 20-something more miles to get here. The Segra, they've had fiber here for 20-some years.
They're acquiring the fiber to the home platform that Lumos does. They're not talking about the whole. I don't think
From
they're going after the whole
EQT's
king of the caboodle.
predecessor fund, Infrastructure 3. When a private equity party continue leveraging the Tmobile brand most are set to expedite our network expansion. Well, then here it says joint venture though.
Yeah, it is.
So it's
EQT
weird.
EQT is going to be basically their network support. EQT, they say that EQT is going to provide network support. It's not there. T-Mobile is going to be the front facing side of the business,
Mm-hmm.
and EQT is going to be the rear. Basically, it's like T-Mobile obviously knows that they can't. They
So basically,
going out there and trying to learn how to be a fiber provider, you're going to make a lot of mistakes.
Was this just a rebrand then?
This is probably a rebranding, but a large rebranding. Like you acquired this whole
Like they
fiber
put T-Mobile on all their company trucks instead of Lumos?
maybe. Because T-Mobile, the brand name is like fire right now. It's hot.
Because I'll tell you something. Lumos has. I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. They have billboards everywhere. But here's the thing. They, like I told you, they don't have a large employee base, so they don't have a large presence of you seeing their vehicles everywhere.
Right.
So when people see somebody digging, you can ask my wife. My wife's we were on vacation at the beach, and somebody cut all the damn water lines up in town in Ramsor. And the first thing everybody said was Spectrum was out there digging and they cut something. Well, guess what? It wasn't even Spectrum. But because we have such a large presence, every time you see something, you think it's us.
Right.
So Lumos is so unknown that they can dig a big hole in your front yard and you won't even look at the logo on the truck because you don't know them. Like that's how hard it is for new brands to break ground. It's hard.
So are they doing the work or are they contracting it?
Oh, they contracting almost everything, but they still got Lumos on everything. And like I said, the small group of people they do have that actually work for them have like the trucks are branded Lumos, right? But put it like this: there's like 270 something maintenance personnel in a 1,000 square mile area for company A, but for the other company, they got like 25. So if you know, like I know, company vehicles are like rolling billboards.
Yeah, they are.
When you have a large presence of vehicles, you just become synonymous as the internet people. Other brands, they don't even recognize you because they don't see you enough. T-Mobile is a bigger brand though. So you start slapping T-Mobile on all of it, all of a sudden, brand recognition.
And that's I think that's probably what they're doing is, hey, Lumos, to get Lumos fiber to home off the ground, you go ahead and you capitalize on that fire that's already there from fixed wireless, and you basically going straight to the home.
Yeah, that brand is probably going to explode their sales if they actually branded T-Mobile Fiber. It'll probably explode their sales compared to them being Lumos.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, a brand new name is going to be harder to advertise for than somebody who's already existing. I mean,
because I'll tell you what Spectrum when Time Warner went from Time Warner to Spectrum, it probably took about 2 years for people to actually recognize it.
Yeah,
like on the streets, they thought Spectrum was a whole separate company. They thought Time Warner was one company and Spectrum was a whole nother company. They didn't realize that the company was gone. It's now Spectrum.
Well, you know what?
That's exactly what
Comcast doing Xfinity, I think that they know that Comcast, the name is like poo inside of people's mouths.
Yeah,
so they were like, call it something else.
Which I've also
call
heard.
It whatever you want to call it. Just don't call it Comcast no more.
But it goes back to mental gymnastics too, because a lot of people swear up and down that we were so much better when we became Spectrum. Oh my God, y'all are so much better than Time Warner. I'm like, bro, it's literally all the same people working here.
You're like, hey, no radio. It's amazing what a different shirt and color could do for a company.
I'm telling you, just the perception. Put like this: if you were supposed to be getting 400 and I lowered your speed to 300, you notice it when you already know the company, but you might not notice it when I just changed the brand. You just feel,
it was those other people that messed you up, not us.
yeah. You just feel better about it. You know,
Right.
You'd be surprised how much feelings can change reality.
Hey.
But I think if they rebrand the whole company T-Mobile, they're winning. If they instead do some weird pseudo thing where they still are Lumos, but they let
Oh no.
T-Mobile
I don't think this purpose, because remember they test tried this in New York. They they were repackaging like somebody else's fiber in a building and was labeling it T-Mobile.
But here's the problem though. When the guy's supposed to install it, he's in a raggedy 1987 Nissan truck that's got rust on it, and his ladders is held on with ropes. What I'm saying is you have to do the whole picture. You have to do the whole company branding top down. And it has to be so. That's what I'm saying. That's
here's the thing. We all know that T-Mobile loves doing the brand, like branding everything.
Well, I hope so. That's what I'm saying. Is the guy gonna roll up in the yard with a T-Mobile uniform on, with a magenta van, or is it gonna be a random white truck with a magnet on the side of it? And he made the dude made look homeless.
Lumo's powered by T-Mobile.
I'm just saying, the dude might look homeless because I've seen customers that have said like, "Yo, that dude." So I said, "Man, I don't want him."
Oh wow!
Holes in his pants.
A lot of customers know radio. They hate contractors.
Yes, I'm trying to tell you, they got to do top.
Well, you know why? Because you know why that people hate contractors is because it's that attention to detail that you don't get when you dealing with a contractor versus a in-house technician. In-house technician, they're held at a higher standard. A contractor is like, yo, I get paid per job, and I need to do like 85,000 jobs this morning, so I can get paid.
See, DirecTV did it right. DirecTV had MasTech doing like 80% of their install work, but they made all the MasTech guys wear the same uniform. Their trucks had the same logos. They looked like they were DirecTV. They looked like they were the company. And that
Amazon did the same thing.
They did the same thing.
The trucks are painted Amazon color.
Yep.
They got the Amazon logo on it.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Amazon takes them vans they got. They take them things serious. They be getting them things re-wrapped with fresh wrap all the time. There is a shop up the street from me that I swear to God, he has probably re-wrapped some of the same cars like 5 times in 5 years.
Oh God.
Because they want them things fresh and perfect. I'm telling you. You go if I drive up there right now, he'll have 20 Amazon vans out there at his body shop getting new wraps.
And the thing is because they know that, hey, you know what? When people see that van coming through the neighborhood, it's Christmas.
Yep.
Even if you're not buying nothing, you're like, ooh, this van comes through my neighborhood all the time. I might want to buy something.
Plus,
you know what? That
cameras off by accident, hitting tree limbs and stuff all the time. I'm telling you, the body dude told me, he was like, man, I replaced so many cameras on these, it's insane. He's got a whole room of cameras just for the Amazon van.
Wow. But hey, look, I just think that the possibilities are almost endless now. Well, if they're purchasing fiber networks, and more than likely they're probably only doing their front, like their consumer side, which is they want to sell to the home. That T-Mobile is perfect for that. They got their advertising arm. We know that they spend billions on advertising. So
yeah. Well, I need them to make sure that a part of that deal is some of that backhaul, so they can potentially have a future in millimeter wave.
Well, here's the thing. I do think that's probably going to end up being part of it. You know, if you end up doing this, you can lock in Lumos and keep people from trying to purchase it. It's the same thing that what was it? Clearwire got bought by Sprint, but they also had already invested in them also. So if anybody else was trying to purchase Clearwire at that time, nobody will be able to do it because Sprint had a controlling
interest. Yeah.
So now what it is you don't have to fully invest, but you can also keep people from trying to poach it.
Well, that also goes back to me saying like you might see a weird day where if Verizon doesn't really want to build out any more fiber, they may have to go to T-Mobile for backhaul millimeter wave.
Lord, no.
At some of these places where they're way off from having millimeter wave, because they're way off in a lot of these places. And with this potential relationship, T-Mobile isn't way off from some of these the big C's that I'm talking about. The Verizon does have fiber, and the small ones they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
Right.
be honest with you, sir.
Uh huh.
I'm not really excited for this
Why not?
I'm not
because
excited because I think it's probably not what we think it is. But if it is, then cool.
Well, hey,
No,
look,
but
I look at it from more of a competition standpoint. That's the reason why I brought it up.
Plus, Brandon, for
Because
you, it means nothing because you live in a state where neither one of these companies have a presence like that. So it's not.
That's
really
true.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay. So personally, I'm not excited.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be
I'm
because
curious to see what will happen in the long run because I remember a few months back there were rumors of T-Mobile possibly buying out Frontier Communication.
Yeah, but Frontier would not be East Coast. That'd be a whole nother coast.
That would be West Coast.
Frontier don't have a fiber footprint here in the East Coast at all.
Hey,
Like
but guess what? Here's the thing.
they
This
would need
makes
to buy
sense.
multiple companies. Yeah.
This purchase and this joint venture makes sense due to the fact that of how heavily invested they went into North Carolina.
Yeah. Oh
Like
yeah.
they went heavy investment, and it makes sense. Like, hey, look, if you already got the fire going on right now, and go ahead and strike while the iron's hot, you can start getting home providers with the same name that people are already switching.
Plus, Frontier has an outdated network that Verizon didn't even want anymore. Why the heck would T-Mobile want it? At least all this Lumo stuff is new.
Yeah.
And the backhaul side is old, but all the rest of it's brand new stuff. Frontier doesn't really have a fiber foothold. And matter of fact, I don't think Frontier has any fiber in the state of North Carolina. Period. Zero. They
Yeah, I don't think so.
Pair. They have Twisted Pair like near the Virginia border, north of Durham.
That's probably going to go away.
Yeah. They don't have a presence. That's what I'm saying.
Well, here's the thing. Look at so if Lumos was working on the East Coast, well, what cable provider that's low ranking but has a footprint that's in the Midwest?
I don't know. U.S.
So think
Cellular.
Think about it in three stages.
U.S. Cellular. They got fiber up there in the northern Midwest areas.
Yeah,
and they're still building and expanding it as we speak.
That's TDS.
TDS,
yes.
TDS.
TDS.
TDS. Tango Delta Sierra. Yeah,
so
TDS
I'm just saying,
is doing a pitch build up there according to EM. TDS is out there. They're out there showing everybody how to build fiber. The same way I said Lumos was out here showing everybody how to build fiber.
Hey,
he said TDS was running circles around everybody up there building fiber. So you don't might be back on the table for them in the future.
Well, you know what?
The money dries up.
That sounds like a possibility. I think that we need to look at it in a 3-step process. They went heavy on the East Coast, and if you want to start working on your cellular footprint and making it better and having more coverage, you have to look at it in 3 steps. They got the East Coast. If you got Lumos kind of tied up, you might not have all the Lumos, but you got a nice chunk of it where they can't budge.
They got simple like this. If they get a hold of Lumos, they would have 3 of the worst broadband states with the newest fiber footprint. If you think about it like that.
Yeah.
See, for example, the states like these states are further behind than the other states.
Right.
So all them acquiring this would be them putting hard foundation in the ground in states where the other providers didn't do it. So they automatically win.
That's
Lumo,
what we know that if they're the East Coast, you know that Lumos is cutting through Georgia.
Bro,
we all know Georgia is a T-Mobile stronghold.
Yeah, it is because it's a legacy metro market, and so was South Carolina.
Yeah,
not forget the Myrtle Beach. Forget Myrtle Beach, 800 megahertz. Yeah. So what I'm saying is they're going to actually be ahead of these other guys with those states in particular because these other companies didn't spend money here. But what's crazy is we all know, right? We always talk about all the major cities, but if y'all know, like I know, all the major cities are losing all their people.
Yeah.
So you having a foothold in a city that's just lost 1 million people in the last 3 years, You're in a city that's declining. They spent all their money to build the infrastructure. Now they have more infrastructure than people.
Right.
Well, these small towns are not overrun, and they're
No,
getting
but
the
they're starting to
infrastructure.
grow.
They're getting infrastructure, so all the people are moving there. That's why all the companies are moving to these states.
That's true.
All the companies, if you look, get online and look where all the companies are going. They ain't going to New York. They ain't going to, they ain't going to New Jersey. They're going to the southern states where there's no jobs, so they can take advantage of the workforces in these places.
Right.
And all from out of state, they're moving down here because the cost of living is too high in those other places.
But you know what?
It's valuable. You need access to it.
So fiber to the home in a emerging market, you already have the brand name recognition. All you got to do is start bundling stuff together, and people who were already living in the city that had T-Mobile, now they're going to be like, oh, I got fiber, and the T-Mobile does fiber. Oh man, I could add this to it too.
I know one lady right now that I know that she is grinning from ear to ear. I installed her DirecTV back in 2000 and I'm gonna say 2014, and she moved from DC, and she had Verizon Fios or something up there, somewhere up like DC or Maryland, and she said, "I can't believe there ain't no fiber out here." She was just in awe, right? But she moved a little south city, North Carolina. She just could not believe it. There was no cable with the house where she bought, none of that.
Oh wow! Now
she's gonna be getting fiber. She's gonna get fiber this year, bro.
Oh man,
she's in heaven.
Oh, hey, look, the that's actually another. I do have a story talking about that because I wanted to find out from you on this one, but I wanted to pull this article up in just a moment. You posted this one. This is going to be funny. You put this one in the chat.
Which one was it?
You put this in the chat.
Oh, I sure did. I thought that was hilarious.
Phone home. NASA partners with Nokia to plan the first cellular network on the moon. No radio. I thought you were punking me for a second. Then I read it and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Still funny.
But why is it 4G? Why is it 4G? We on 5G, sir.
They're gonna put one antenna up, dog. The dark side ain't gonna have no signal.
They don't call it the dark side of the moon for no reason.
They're gonna have a satellite backhaul on that thing.
Oh Lord. It literally satellite backhaul.
You can't do that now.
Hey, ET is not gonna be able to phone home.
Phone home. Phone home. What you know about that?
But look, so the system will be deployed on the lunar surface. It's going to be deployed at the South Pole.
Oh my God!
No, yeah, at the South Pole of the moon, and will be remotely controlled from Earth. Well, good luck with the time delay.
What you gonna do? Put one man to control it?
Yeah.
Feel bad for that. Look, dude, I found that. I'm gonna tell you where I found it. I found it in a tower climbers group on Facebook. And the one dude was like, "Yo, so like I'm gonna need like 10 million to help deploy this." He said, "I ain't never climbed the tower on the moon." I was like, "Bro, you ain't even gotta climb this moon. Just jump.
Man, just jump.
You'll float out to the top, dog." He's talking about we're gonna need extra money because we're gonna have to do interstellar travel to get there. He's like, so what are the rates? He was asking what the rates were because like he's a contractor.
Oh wow.
He didn't know what the rates is.
So does my time start when I get in the rocket and go to the moon, or does it start when I land on the moon? It's a 3-day journey. Do I have to reimburse for travel?
Homeboy said, I've done international tower bills. I ain't never done it a galactic. I'm gonna have to increase my rate for this.
Oh man.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Hey, we going places, man. Look, 5G on asteroids next.
Oh God, they're gonna put 5G on it so they can figure out where it's traveling.
Yup. Man, that asteroid almost hit us. How you know, man? We saw the radio signals coming.
Now here's the truth: Nokia failed at getting in the 5G market so bad on Earth they had to run to the moon just to get some customers.
No. They went to a brand new market.
No, it was a whole new world. A place where our MIMO gets to suck
Dang.
and
Hey,
our
but
aggregate.
hey, look. Here's the thing, no radio. You would
Ericsson
think that
imitation.
Nokia would try to show that they are ahead of the time. But why are you gonna put 4G technology on the moon?
Because
We're building
what
5G. You need to show people that you can do better.
There's going to be 0 devices on the network. Why would you need 5G?
Hey, that's the new hotness right now.
Nigga, please.
That's the new hotness, man. You don't do outdated back. You don't do a generation behind. You got to do the current generation up.
That meant DOCSIS 3 could still do a gig, sir.
Yes, but guess what? I don't want DOCSIS 3. I want 4.1. I don't even want the 4.0. I want the 0.1 add-on. But yeah, man. I look. When you showed me this, I swore up and down you were trolling me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You ready for your mind to be blown?
Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
The moon is going to have the first actual gigabit 4G.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
that makes
they'll be
sense.
able to actually deploy whatever damn frequencies they want to, because it ain't on Earth. So they could do 7 carriers of 20 megahertz and get multi-gigabit.
Yep.
So why do 5G when 4G can still do a gig on the moon?
That's true. That is true.
All I'm saying.
Hey, the FCC doesn't have reign over the moon.
Exactly. They're going to be able to use whatever frequency.
Nokia is using the moon as a test bed. Look what we can do out here.
They'll be like, we're going to make it reach far. Let's put it at 100 megahertz. The frequency, that shit going to reach for 100 miles. 300 miles.
Man, the whole look, it is gonna be good at line of sight, man. You put about 3 or 4 towers up, man. You can cover the whole moon.
No, I'm just saying, if you start at 100 megahertz and you put it at 100,000 watts, because remember, there ain't no FCC. 100,000 watts, dog.
Hey, that's that. And guess what?
Should have run 100 miles from the cell site.
If you think that the sun rays is gonna cook you, that antenna's gonna really bake you.
But ain't nobody gonna be there to get it, so it's cool. 100 megahertz.
100,000 watts.
Yeah, they can do FM radio power levels, bro.
Wow.
And I know how that is. My local station reaches 100 and something miles. 100 thousand watts. It reaches 100 and something miles at a like what 102 megahertz.
Yo, the question is how do you connect data to it?
No,
seriously.
It's going to be for them to put freaking rovers and stuff out there. That way, when the rover does go over the damn side of the thing, it don't have to. It'll be better because the tower will be stationary, connected to the satellite, and the rover can go anywhere now without worrying about losing connection.
You could do a land-based laser network. Like you could do a laser communication straight to it.
Yeah, why would you
from
go to that
Earth?
much
You
trouble?
don't even have to do satellite.
Ken, I don't think you know how that works.
No, well, here's the thing. They already do something similar.
Lasers have these things called objects in front of them that stop them from working. Satellites don't have that issue. Yeah, you put an object in front of a laser, now it doesn't work, sir. Laser's too small. RF off a satellite is better, actually, in those kind of distances. We're better off beaming to a satellite that's in geostationary orbit and then having that satellite beam to the moon. As long as they give it a gigabit connection, lasers can be blocked. That is the point. Radio frequency can at least bounce off stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, you don't want laser, bro. That's millimeter wave all over again.
Ooh,
You got to put pivots all in the sky. Come on, man, it's doing too much. they be like, what happened to the connection? A 747 flew in front of the laser beam.
shame,
They're gonna be like a shock with a laser on his head.
man. Yo,
Like
y'all, the radio, you ain't right, man.
I ain't wrong.
Yo, hey Brandon, before you jump out, dipped off, man. I'm trying to. I wanted to talk to you
No,
about this.
I'm all ears right now.
Oh man.
So, how much, Brandon? How much do you know about net neutrality?
I don't really know or care, to be honest.
You should care. What you talking about?
I'm
He
sure.
should not care. He should not care. Don't lie
Why
to that
not?
man. Okay, tell me.
He
Okay,
can't.
since you know so much about net neutrality, how has it affected you?
Well, it hasn't affected me yet,
Then why would he care?
but
Why
he
would
should
you care?
care
It ain't never, bro. Having it didn't affect
because
you,
we
and not
know.
having it ain't going to affect you. Even the article you about to read says that it didn't really have any effects on people. It says
What's
users
going
didn't
on,
even notice the
TJ? How you
difference.
doing, man? How you doing? Look, no radio. First of all, just because they haven't unleashed the beast yet doesn't mean the beast is not there.
Okay,
That's what we're
so
worried about
Keon,
is the beast.
you gonna become a Trumper tomorrow because you start to sound like one of them.
Oh,
See, everything is a gateway drug to the next thing. Everything,
everything,
anytime.
man,
Yeah, okay.
except
You
for
know what's
weed.
funny? You know what's funny about the net neutrality? The companies got better without it because they didn't want it back.
See, here's the thing. Conspiracy
Possible threat
theory,
of it coming back made them
time.
behave better.
But
That
no
was
radio conspiracy theory time.
oh
Hey,
snap.
they're trying to lull us into a false sense of security.
BS. I call BS.
Hey, my thing is, companies that fight real hard against new net neutrality, they have some. They know that they feel like they're losing out on
no
something.
different than the companies who treat their employees better because they don't want a union. It's no different.
Yeah.
When you start, if you dig right now into the so-called protectionist union, you'll find out that there are companies that are not unionized that have better benefits for their freaking employees than the unions do. It's the same thing with net neutrality. Some of these companies are better than what net neutrality even gives. That's the problem.
So
if I'm better without your rules, if I'm better than your rules, then why do I need your rules if I'm already have a higher standard than your rules claim to force me to do?
Because then what happens if you do start putting in fast lanes and segregating the internet based on somebody's pay ability to pay?
It's never happened in America, sir.
Hey, look, I'm just saying,
America
the homeowner in Florida was saying the same thing about debris falling from space. It never happened until
right, let's play
your
your
roof.
game then. Do you think net neutrality should block network slicing because that would be fast lanes and slow lanes?
Well,
no network slicing. You say wide open, no limits.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If it would be different if they were taking the network slicing and limiting your ability to get to the network. Only thing they're doing is limiting your ability to take up as much of the network.
We already have that with QCI, sir. And and guess what? We had QCIs when there was net neutrality.
Well, we both know that cellular networks have a hard pass on net neutrality to a certain extent.
So I would argue that more people use their cellular networks than their home ones.
That's true.
So the only places that net neutrality would actually be felt would be on cellular networks, never on residential.
No radio, and you know what's crazy is that, and I guess people get what they pay for is.
Yep.
The only people that literally notice it today are the ones that have the cheap standard def plans.
Yep.
Those are the only ones that.
The point I'm making, Keon, is that true. Okay, here's the deal. True companies running wild would be you having fees for using Netflix on top of your internet bill. No American company did that with or without net neutrality, or even thought of it.
But here's the thing, though, radio. But
People
here's the thing.
crazy about
Was California getting rid of like the ability to do zero rating?
California ain't even a part of America, so you can't even use it.
No, don't say that on radio.
That's a third world country.
I love all the people in California. Please, don't hold
I
that
do
against
not
me. Thank
love
you.
all the people in California. I only love some of them.
Hey, there's possible viewers, sir. We don't want to alienate people.
It ain't my channel.
I need all the people. I don't need some of the people. I don't need a third of the people. I need all the people.
Net neutrality is solving a problem that doesn't exist yet.
See, my thing is this: do you wait for space debris to fall through your house and then bust up your new fridge, or do you prevent the problem from happening in the first place?
It's not going to happen. You know why? Because the internet world is a self-correcting organism. The customer base will go with the companies that don't enforce these things, which will pressure the ones that might want to do something crazy not to do it.
I see where you're coming from.
I.e., people are picking providers that don't. They're picking the provider that doesn't make them pay for a certain plan so they can have unlimited data. They just choose it.
Right. But see, also within this article, they were talking about Title II. And for the people who don't know what Title II is, basically they're talking about turning ISPs into let me find it.
It'll never happen.
I'm looking up the technical word.
It'll never happen. You know why it'll never happen?
Why?
Because doing it would force ISPs to serve 100% of people in a service area.
You turn them into utility service.
That'll never happen. An ISP will pack their bags from that town before they comply with that.
Okay, but hold on the radio.
Because you're going to force them. Wait, Keon, because when you do that, you're going to force them to take customers that they'll make zero profit from. That's the reason why you can't be a utility. Utility companies have to serve 100% of an area. They can't not choose to cover a street for lack of profit. That is the difference between being a utility and not being a utility. You basically end up having to do free service when you're classified as a utility. You end up doing free service.
But hold on the radio. But I understand where you're coming from. But I want you to see it from a consumer point of view. Like
the consumer's going to end up with no provider if that happens. That's the point I'm trying to tell you.
But here's the thing: we want, as a consumer, we want choice.
I have watched AT&T turn off neighborhoods because they were being told they had to service people to turn the whole damn neighborhood off. And this was before then. So I'm just telling you, bro. I'm telling you, no one wants to do free service. Being a utility means you're forced to cover people even when there's no profit in it.
But here's the thing: is the federal government going to constantly?
The government can make them a utility if the government pays for it.
Is the federal government going to constantly fund this growth that we're seeing in fiber?
That's rural growth. I'm talking about this. You have 10 streets, right?
Yeah.
Out of the 10 streets, 7 of them cost you price A, which would be profitable for you to build, and the remaining 3 are zero profit, even when you look out 20 years. A company that's not considered a utility has the freedom to say, I don't want to do free service and not cover those 3 streets. A utility, they have to build it.
Right, but no radio. The thing
is the government's going to pay for the 3 streets, even if it ain't rural. Unless the government's going to pay for the 3 streets, good luck.
But that's what I'm saying, no radio.
What's going to happen? They will defund all these service areas where it's not going to be profitable. They will turn the shit off and leave. Telling you.
But what I'm trying to say is,
the customers end up worse off, not better off.
But what I'm trying to say, what about the customers that don't get it because the numbers don't work their way? They look at their neighborhood and go, well, we're not going to get enough from you.
Keon, that's my point I'm trying to make. That's why they're paying now. They're paying for the rural expansion because it's unprofitable. That's why we have the government paying to cover these people. So turning them into a utility is silly at that point if you're already going to pay them to build networks where there ain't no profit.
But my thing is if the government's already paying you to expand, you might as well go ahead and turn you into a utility.
But the government is paying you to expand in unserved areas. I'm telling you, there are people who don't live in rural that can't get certain options because it's unprofitable. The government ain't helping them. You get what I'm saying? The government doesn't care about them. Oh, I live 1 street too far. They're not getting the broadband rural expansion money, sir. It's the people who live in towns that have zero options that are getting it. They live 10 miles from the high speed. They don't live 1 block. There are people that live 1 block and they get no government funding to get internet. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, look, the way I get what you're saying. Well, the way I
Yeah.
see it is this: is if homes are built today where they have to have water and power
Not
and
true. You can still have a well, my nigga.
okay.
That's
And
private
look,
water.
that much I do know.
Not
You can
provided
go, you
by
can
the
do a
city.
well.
That's why
Hey,
water companies are
septic
not
tanks
considered
are
true
real, but come
utilities.
on.
If water companies were considered utilities, everybody would have running water from their municipality. They don't.
But then what about power?
Power is considered a utility. They have to serve everybody,
Right.
which is why people's light bills is $240 a month. It ain't 40 for internet. That's my point. It ain't 40 because if they charge you 40 for power, they go bankrupt. And these states keep raising their electric rates because they want to make profits. We had a power company. We had a power company ditch $900 million worth of fiber here because it wasn't profitable. It's the same thing I'm talking about. When you make them a utility, they're going to literally defund areas because they're going to get told you have to do this, and they're going to say we don't want to do it.
Well, hey, look, I think that it's a travesty that you 1 block away from the water and
nobody
can't
made
get
you buy
none.
that house, dog. Nobody made you buy it. Check your
Bro,
utilities before you buy a property.
they don't make new land no more. You just
BS.
try to get it where you can fit in.
My family alone got like daggum 700 acres of land that don't nobody want, dog. There's plenty of land out here, homie. Just letting you know. There's plenty, believe me.
Hey, look, I live in the city, man. Understand it. The running theme for it, like trying to buy a home in the city, was they posted like they showed a posting, and it was a My Little Pony house, and they said they wanted 300,000 for. It said this is spacious.
Yep, I seen one. It wasn't nothing but a power meter with a piece of wood holding it up. It was like spacious home. 400,000.
Oh, what was another one I saw? It was next to a cemetery. It says your neighbors are dead quiet.
Yep. But the point I'm trying to make is that's why the whole utility thing has been a great area for telco, is because it kills profitability, and profitability kills companies. Well, no company wants to volunteer to die. There's a problem with it. So what you're going to see is you're going to see companies fight it, and they're going to win. And the only way the government get around it is to give money to cover those requirements. Now, I ain't speaking for every state, but there's certain states where once you're a utility, 100%, you got to provide 100% in your coverage footprint. Like Duke Energy can't tell somebody here you can't get power.
But Duke Energy,
You know what they do though? You know what they do though, Keon? They'll only give you 400 feet of wire. You got to buy the rest and pay for the rest to get buried if you're further. So say you're 2,000 feet. They're only going to cover 400 foot. You got to pay out the rest of that pocket. And that might be 20, 30 grand to get power. And I'm not even exaggerating.
No. I believe you.
You just spent 400 grand to build your big old house 2,000 feet off the road and there's no power nearby it. You might pay 20 G's to get power to your house. You going to pay the cable company 20 G's? No. That's why I'm saying the people, a lot of these people who are just too far are far for other reasons than they just, they're further for other reasons.
I'm not talking about the people who decide to want to live in the boonies on top of
that's the only benefit of being a utility for the consumer. Otherwise, there's no benefit.
Yeah.
Look, I'll give you an example. The only difference is, right, when Duke Energy wants to raise the rates, they have to like submit, whatever it is to the state to get permission. All the cable company gotta do is submit permission to raise your price. They can still raise your price. So when you say, oh, they'll be more regulated to control, well, last time I checked, the state kept giving Duke Energy ability to raise rates. When Duke Energy had a chemical spill here, they raised everybody's freaking rates to cover it when it was their mess up. You gonna tell me that when the cable company has some wire go bad, now everybody's rates gotta go up to replace it because we're a utility now?
That's true. I
That's all
understand.
I'm saying. That don't necessarily help the consumer. You think it does because you're not looking from the inside, you're looking from the outside. Imagine
Hey,
your
look,
local cable company, every time
as
they
a
have an expense, they go to your state and the state gives them permission to raise your bill to cover their expense.
hey, look, I from a customer standpoint, right?
Yeah.
Like right now, I live in a Comcast area, but
Yep.
Comcast is not upgrading or doing anything to push.
And
I want symmetrical. Symmetrical is available. They have the technology to do it, but there's nothing
and
pushing them to do
but
so.
being a utility wouldn't change that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's not what it does. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No,
That's not
I
how it
understand that.
works.
I'm talking about the people. I'm talking about for people who live that 1
I,
mile
I,
just outside the just outside
the,
that footprint.
if the government ain't gonna cover it, Comcast ain't gonna do it.
Ugh,
No CEO goes to work and says, "How can we lose money today?"
that,
That's the T-Mobile way.
I'm just saying,
hey,
bro.
T-Mobile
That's the
ain't doing that.
downside.
They out
And
here.
you know
They
what's
out here
even
trying to
worse?
buy.
And I'm
They
gonna
trying
tell
to
you
buy
what's even
these
worse,
fiber in
Keon.
the
Are
street.
you ready? Are you ready for the even worse part? In the
What's that?
event they were forced to cover those people, well, guess what? They're gonna make all the other people share that bill and raise your rates even higher. They're not just
Ugh.
gonna cover them unprofitable customers and not charge you for it. You see? That's what I'm saying. You're gonna raise the rates. What I'm getting at is
Ugh.
this, right? If you live in a major city, right, you're already doing better than probably, I'm gonna say 65% of Americans as far as your options for high speed internet. You're already doing better, right?
Right.
You don't really have anything to complain about in a major city for internet. If you live one block too far, you can just move. It don't require if the cable company or the fiber company got to spend 15 to 20 grand to connect your one house. It's a
Everybody else
lot
got to pay
cheaper.
for it.
What I'm saying is, it would be cheaper for the cable company to pay for you to terminate your rent, so you can move. That's what I'm saying. You can terminate your. They could pay to terminate your lease and help you move to a new apartment, pay for the movers and the moving truck, and it would be cheaper than building to your freaking house. That's what I'm saying, Keon.
No, I totally get that. I
And if
understand.
you
Look,
so if you
I'm
have
not.
two options to solve the problem, the cheaper solution is the one you go for.
Of course. Only
That's
thing I'm saying
all
is
I'm
this
saying.
is only thing I'm saying is though the people who are just outside of and they're not going to get anything until the network is profitable enough to want to absorb them in.
Well,
I,
what'll be more likely is that they'll get new neighbors and their neighborhood will grow big enough to be profitable. But in the meantime, between time, move. Everybody I grew up with, none of us live in our own neighborhood, sir. None of us. Why? Because there's no good internet there. We all moved. It didn't require
we all
active
left.
Congress for us to get high-speed internet.
Hey,
That's
look,
all I'm saying. It didn't require active Congress. Now, people in rural, that is different. Them people are way far away from getting services. A lot of us were a mile away.
right.
I get if you got a cluster of, let's say you have a cluster of 200 homes in a small rural town. I get that. But when you got a cluster of 3, that ain't exactly an earth moving government needs to step into operation. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
And
but you buy a lot of people buy their homes like right now. A lot of people do buy their homes based on internet connection. Let's go ahead and just call it
Exactly.
is.
Because it's a
But
necessity. That's like Keon. Would you go buy a house that ain't got no toilets?
no, why would I do
Okay
that?
then. So I'm just letting you know you
no
want
radio,
to do more than you poop, but you want to
no
make
radio,
sure you got a toilet.
no radio. I have to disagree on the internet part.
Go ahead.
And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people will buy a house and they will assume
No, I'm
spectrum.
saying now. I'm
Oh
saying
no,
now
you
they're
gonna
buying it over internet. I'm
no,
talking
no,
about 10 years ago, people weren't thinking about it. They are
No, but I
now.
know, but I'm saying now. I mean, it's
I
still
don't
that
see
case.
it now because I've been installing this shit for years, bro. And everybody told me I made sure y'all was here before I bought it.
Oh
I made
no,
sure
no, no.
y'all was here before I
I do
bought it.
think I do
Ten
I
think
mean,
years
that
e-
people
ago,
do
it
their
was
due
I couldn't believe
diligence.
it on the internet here. The story changed. It went from I can't believe there ain't no internet here to I made sure it was something here before I bought it. The stories changed from the customers. The
Right.
whole story changed. That's what I'm saying. The customers got smarter. And a lot of them would tell you, oh, I used to live up in the mountains in this little town called something, man. We ain't never have good internet, man. I had to get out of there. The younger generation is buying homes where the internet is. The old people already got their houses. They
Yeah,
bought
the
20
old
years
people
ago.
the old people didn't buy their house based on
Yeah,
internet
they
services.
didn't. But the young people are. There is no 22-year-old right now that's just buying a house blind, dog. It ain't happening, bro. It
Hey,
ain't.
look.
Ain't
The
no
reason why
25-year-old buying
the
a
reason
house.
why you had that mass exodus of people leaving small towns in America and moving to bigger cities was because of communications.
Communication
Access.
and access to things. The small towns died because of it. But now the small towns are getting these services. They're coming back. They moved
Edmund,
away
I
to go
found your
get it.
long lost uncle, sir.
Bro, I
Oh Lord.
remember back in I remember in 1999,
Oh
2000,
Lord.
2001, when cable internet first really came out in my area, bro.
And they're controlling
People were
the
literally
food.
moving
In
across.
red is
Hold
where
on,
they're
hold on, Brandon.
making
Hold on, Brandon.
a lot of these.
Brandon. Uh. You showing the difference of the red states and blue states, sir?
If you buy a house in a subdivision, will it have internet or will it not?
Oh, it's gonna have to have internet before I moved
Exactly.
it.
If you buy a farmhouse from 1942 in Tuvalu, Mississippi, will it have internet guarantee?
No.
Oh, no radio.
Exactly my point.
You're
All
hoping
the new
for is farmer.
look, Brandon, the
Hey, you're
majority
hoping
of
for
new
Farmer
home
John to
buyers are moving
exist.
into subdivisions, sir. Subdivisions are going to get internet because there's 300 houses in a spot. They're profitable.
That's true.
That's all
Hey,
I'm saying. These new buyers are all moving into these cookie cutter houses that all next door to each other. They really are, bro. Subdivisions is jumping. The rural houses, man, there's so many abandoned rural houses. You could probably buy them for $15 a piece. Get 6,000 square foot. Because nobody want to live out there, bro. I'm telling you, they all move to subdivisions. I would
Brandon
never
was getting
live
ready. Hey, Brandon was getting ready to say something. What would you about to say, Brandon?
Oh, no radio. Edmund doesn't believe that T-Mobile's gonna shut off people that move around their gateways a lot.
No, they are
They're
going
not.
to.
They're
They're
not
going to
for a
shut that
while.
down.
They're not for a while.
No, they said on the 8th.
No,
Radio.
radio. Brandon is being very disingenuous about his current state of it. Look, let me clarify this one for you. So I jump into the meet, and everybody's like, "Oh, did you hear what's about to happen?" And I'm like, "What happened?" Man, T-Mobile's about to cut everybody's fixed wireless off, and I'm like, "Why?" Because they put the wrong address in.
And their employees did it.
But here's the thing. What I was trying to add some common sense to the conversation was they already know that address is bad, but the tower is able to still handle the.
No, that's not what he's talking about. He's talking about the employees that told people to give them a different address so they can be eligible.
Yeah, but they're already there.
No, you're not listening. Once again, he's saying that the person registered one address and they moved to another one. So it ain't that the tower was bad and they gave them service anyway. It's not that. They lied about where they were to get the service. And I'm here to tell you, I have somebody who has the service. So I'll let you know because it is about 4 miles from the address on the account. And I'll let you know if it gets turned off or not.
All right, so hold on. Carlos, what's up, sir?
I'm betting it ain't going to get turned off.
So wait, hold on. So Carlos says, hi, hey, Keon, do you want government to control the internet and make it a utility since we have to give back your T-Mobile fixed wireless in 10 days? Look.
Yep. Keon said he don't mind his bill going up long as everybody's forced to get high-speed fiber. He don't mind his bill being doubled. It's all good.
Triple.
It's all good. He said it's all good. He said Bernie Sanders for president. He said
Not Bernie.
yeah, free everything for everybody. Free.
I can't do Bernie, man.
Hey, but
I draw the
you have a
line.
Bernie.
Oh,
You
that's
have a
your boy,
Bernie.
sir.
I draw the line at certain places. But look,
You
man,
just said free.
the-
You said free internet for everybody. Like Bernie said, free college.
I didn't say free internet. I said that.
Unprofitable customers is free internet, sir.
Dang.
That is free internet, sir.
Hey, look, hey, we all pay for everybody else's electricity.
Exactly, because it's a utility. Once again,
Right. So I don't feel like
If
I'm
they
getting
give
anything
it-
free.
we don't pay for everybody. You pay for the first 400 foot of wire. It depends on what state you in too and what power company you got. I just know the one that I know. I've been told by many people that they said once you got past 400 something foot, it was on you to cover the cost. And some of these people were building businesses and they got $20,000 bills for their power to get turned on.
Hey, that sounds
That's
like
it.
what happened when Texas went dark and some people who did have power came out with $20,000 bills.
And actually get on YouTube when your spare time count and look it up. Look up power company charged me 30 grand to run my power. Look it up. It's a
Oh,
real thing, bro. Because even though the government, that's what I'm telling you, the government will say you have to do it, but then they also give you room with it. They gave the power companies a lot of room. AKA the customer still ends up paying a bunch of money to get the service that they don't have, especially if it's a poor person who don't have no money. They can't afford a $20,000 bill to get the fiber ran.
Sir, what does it say on the screen?
I see it. It says, "Oh no, T-Mobile will now enforce home internet address eligibility."
And what does that even mean? Let's read
here's
it.
the thing.
Read it.
Look.
Let's read the whole thing.
I don't know. I don't have access to it. He pulled it up on something else on his phone. Well, he pulled it up on his computer. Hey, can you drop it in the chat so I can see it?
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm gonna tell you something else too. My brother-in-law did not have to activate it at the address that they gave him. He went straight to the wrong address and it worked. So I don't know what to tell you.
Right now, you can literally activate it in Puerto Rico and they
That's
don't care.
my point. They don't even. They just said where it was activated. So that's a gray area already.
Hey, nuance matters, man. The nuance of things really do matter. But no, the question, the thing is this: is T-Mobile's trying to monetize the mobile aspect of fixed wireless.
So they're going to lose it because fiber is getting cheaper. So good luck with that.
Yeah. So they want to charge people who want to drive around with it, or in their RV more than the person that is sitting at home.
What they gonna do is if you live in a Lumos area, they gonna deactivate you and tell you to get on the fiber. Damn, problem solved.
You don't need to be driving around with that thing on your roof.
200 symmetrical for $40, which is probably cheaper than the T-Mobile home internet. $40.
Plug this cable in instead.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Good for them. They gonna make them get fiber.
But no, radio. Here's the thing. Anyway. We all know that T-Mobile's doing that satellite connection. So if those gateways could connect to band 2, those people that's driving around are going to be pulling data.
I like how you tried to pull that together. You tried.
No, come on, man. That's what's going to happen.
First of all, they can control that access. It's not mandatory that your device can just connect because it's band 2, sir.
That's true.
So that's not like some fear, sir.
That's true. But hey, you want to monetize that customer that's going to be moving around?
I bet. I don't think this is news. I think nothing's going to happen.
Hey, look,
I think they're going to talk all this junk and it's going to get backpedaled, just like that daggone T-Mobile TV crack. It's going to get backpedaled real fast. They're going to talk all this junk and they're going to look and find out that 90% of the people lied about the address. And they're going to be like, damn, we killed the business that we damn enforced this.
I think they already know that 90% people lied about the address. What I was trying to tell the guys,
trying to scare them. I think this is a scare tactic.
What I was trying to tell the guys was this: is those gateways already know what those gateways are what tower they're connected to.
Exactly.
What they're saying is you're not allowed to roam.
Well, maybe but guess what? That's also a minority. I would bet that maybe 2% is roaming around with them gateways.
Hey,
more.
No, they ain't.
You know what?
No,
You know why
I bet
I say
they're
that?
not.
Why I say it's not more? You know why I say that? Because if you already got the T-Mobile phone, why the hell do you need the gateway in the car? You don't.
No
It's
radio.
done. The
Hey,
RVers
look,
are the only ones roaming with it. The RVers, and they are not. They're probably less than 5% of the customer base.
hey, but here's the thing: you still they are customer base, and you still want to be able to go after them.
What I'm
But they're
saying is,
charging them
even
a
if they
premium.
enforce it, it will be so small you won't even notice it.
Well,
That's what
they're
I'm trying to
charging
tell
them
you.
a premium for it. They're charging them $160 a month to be able to roam with it. Like,
Well,
understand,
that's if you're an
you're
RVer.
$50 to stay in one spot, $160 to roam. You
Yeah,
know that they're
true.
Or
targeting RVers.
$120 for 200 gigs, and you're only getting 1080.
This is probably only going to affect the RVers.
Yeah,
The
it's
rest of them are just
RVers.
nerd people playing around and got nothing better to do. The rest of the people.
No radio,
Cars
but the
are good.
RVs are going to be like, oh, it don't work
AKA,
here.
Well, they'll
AKA
just switch to
Carlos
some.
strapping a fixed wireless to his hood.
Yeah, but Carlos is not the majority of people.
But he
Now,
covers
Keon,
2%.
you
He
know
covers 2% of
damn
us.
well Carlos is one of a kind, a class act. God didn't make no more Carloses. And I mean that in every great way and bad way possible. Because
No.
that's my brother, and I love my brother. Ain't no other Carloses. He's one of a
Hey,
kind. I
man.
guarantee you there isn't a single mini riding around with a Verizon gateway like Carlos. Okay? I promise you. That
Hey,
he's a one of a kind.
shout out to
Shout
Carlos
out,
S. Tech.
shout out to Carlos S. Tech, one of a
Hey.
kind. Many may try to imitate, but
Hey,
they
but
will
never
never duplicate Carlos. Better leave that
No
man
radio,
alone.
no radio. What about Mr. S Band's cousins?
Man, Mr. S Band, C Band can go climb a palm tree, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not concerned.
Oh,
He need to make sure he keep the water and coolant in that Durango. Now, anyway,
look. Only thing I was saying is that just monetizing people who like to move around gives them an option to make money off of the same fixed wireless. People, if anybody was doing it already, now they have a chance to make money off of it. It's just another monetization tool. They already see that the gateway tied to the tower. They see it, and then they can see when you move. So hold on. So Carlos just said T-Mobile said already in earning calls their expected fixed wireless losses due to new policy.
Man, this fixed wireless, I'm gonna come in with a hot take. This stuff's like
There you
this
go.
stuff's gonna backtrack like a
only
bat-
9% of people in America even own an RV. By the way, special number
9%, and then
9%.
and
That
out
says
of that
own. That says own. That now, how many you think use them? Probably half.
half of them.
4.5%. The rest of them
Well,
got.
I would say maybe even like less than that, maybe 25% on a good month.
You know how many RVs I done seen that got grass growing out of them?
Literally, all you do is take the engine out of the ones that drive on their own, and they're like a paperweight. They don't have no value.
Man. The RVs I've seen, it sits in the back of the house with a car attached to it that doesn't move either.
Edmund, I'd be honest with you. My dad lives in an RV, and some of them people have Verizon and T-Mobile home.
Remember,
internet,
you
but
said
a lot of times they don't move.
So what?
He's rare.
Let's look up what percent of people live in an RV. Let's look up that name.
Hey, look, I'm just saying. Look, I'm just giving you how I see it is that they already know that 90% of the people who signed up for this is probably not at the address they signed up for because it wouldn't. They wanted to let people get the service as fast as possible, but they're not going to let you move. They're basically going to say, "Hey, it's where it's at, and if you want to move it around, you're going to pay up."
Just like that $25 Tesla charge for 30 minutes.
Oh God, don't talk about that one, man. That one hurt. Look, that's still painful.
All right. So out of the 9% of Americans who own RVs, only 7.75% of them live in them.
7%. Good God.
That quick math, sir. Quick math, because nothing gave me answers. So I looked at the total ownership, and I had to do the math problem. 7.75% actually live in their RVs full time.
Golly.
Someone broke through my focus.
The rest of these people got homes to go to outside of the
Yeah,
RV.
yeah. Look, the radio. That's when you bought the RV for the occasional road trip. You know, it's your home away from home when you want to leave home.
So I got a homeboy that bought an RV last year. Spent a bunch of money buying that thing. But he keep telling me, man, we're gonna do this for the RV and we're gonna do that. We ain't done nothing yet. That RV ain't moved, dog.
And what's sad is some people spend $1 million on these RVs.
Yep. He got a
Hey,
big boy. It's a big
have you
old boy.
have you seen the luxury ones where
Yes,
like the
I
car
have.
fits underneath the RV? Like you don't tow it behind it. That bad boy
That's
is like
called a toy
slides
house,
underneath.
sir.
That's a house on wheels. That's a condo on wheels.
That thing slide like you drive off a platform.
I mean, don't get it twisted. There's Will Smith's RV he uses on movie sets is nicer than all our houses.
Oh God.
That thing, look, his RV got 2 stories.
What?
I'm not
Yeah.
even joking. Look it up.
Oh my God.
He got a 2-story RV.
First of all, how do you do 2 stories in an RV?
Look up Will Smith's RV. $2.5 million on his RV, sir.
Well, that's state restrictions in America.
Not in his RV. His RV is pulled by a transfer truck, sir.
Wow.
Yes, he owns an RV.
Literally
attached to a
his
transfer
RV
truck.
to transport, they got to measure bridges along the path.
This dude got velvet
Most
staircases and
luxurious
marble and
RV in the
crystal and
world
shit.
today.
Look at that thing.
I'm trusted by a lot of the world's
What
wealthiest
in the
people. Will
world?
Smith contacted me and said, "Hey, I want something unique." I said, "I
Make
got
your
it," and there
apartment
is
look like
no
shit,
amount of
yeah.
money that you could offer me to break that trust.
I guess that's what the wife
Radio, that's
uses
not an
on radio.
RV, sir.
That
I've
is
been
a
building
RV,
RVs
sir.
now for over 40 years.
No.
Trying to work my way
That
up
is
to
a
the
house
trailers
rolling
that we're building
on
today.
about
When you're an
pulled by
A-list movie
a
star and an
freight
ordinary
He has
truck.
RV just
He
won't
has
cut
a
it,
30
this
person
$2.5 million, 1,200
14
square
TV.
foot double-decker mega RV is the one for
$200,000.
you. Previously owned by Will Smith, this
$300,000
one-of-a-kind RV can be towed wherever you need it and rents out at a whopping $9,000 a night. But this RV still has a place in the heart of owner Ron.
Well, we started out in the
Pause it,
industry.
pause it,
I was in
pause it.
medicine for a number of years.
Yo, that
There's a company in Greensboro that builds those.
The radio was telling me about them.
I get to see this stuff being built because they're right next to our.
Oh, yeah, I remember you telling us about it.
no.
Yeah.
We need a new category. We got to have a new category for that. That's not an RV. That's something else. That's like I don't even know what to say. What that actually is.
Man,
I got another one for you, Keon. There's a company in Greensboro that builds EV chargers.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Keon,
I'm going to tell you that, Mr. EV man.
Keon, you found out that someone had FU money.
His leather
look,
in
here's
his
the thing.
RV is almost worth as much as my house.
Look, man, I've watched people on YouTube like take an old school bus and turn it into like a home, or they take like something like those Sprinter vans and turn it into homes. I knew that you could possibly take a truck, a truck and do something with it, but I never thought it was gonna be like that. I would have never thought that.
Edmund, there's even people doing airplanes.
Oh, airplanes is different.
Look at Drake's
Air Force
airplane.
One is just an office in the sky, man. That's all Air Force One
It's
is.
a
Office,
house
that's
in
a
the sky. What are you
fortress.
talking about, an office?
That is literally the Pentagon in the sky, sir.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true.
A damn office. You got like they're doing. You like it's a damn call center or something.
Yes, T-Mobile's
It's the
Thanks for
flying
calling
Pentagon.
T-Mobile.
having its
Team
employees
of experts.
in the skies. They
Look,
call it
I didn't know there's height restrictions, and for you to have a 2-story, we can't even call it an RV. This is a mutant RV, okay?
You cannot. You don't have to have height restrictions if you got the right permits for it.
You can't drive in half
When I
of
started the
America.
project, I knew that I wanted to have an airplane as a house, and I wanted to incorporate
Oh my
pieces
God!
of the airplanes that already exist.
His
such as
look, his look
Oh
ratchet though
Lord!
compared
But
to
look,
little
look,
shit.
unless
clothes
that
and
thing
things
takes
like
off
that.
and
So I wanted
lands,
to make
it don't
sure
count.
that it still had the
It
look
ain't
and
an
feel
airplane
of
if it don't take
I
Yeah,
off.
wanted
yeah,
the
I
yeah. If
agree.
it don't
experiences
take
of
off and
living
land,
like it was a house. So
is that Brandon
putting
is
in
doing it? Yeah. Hey,
I
Brandon.
agree.
Brandon, understand something. The whole point of RVing is that house moves. He just took a plain body and turned it into a house. It ain't.
Yeah.
He ain't taxiing on the freeway on the
He is
thing.
not flying out to Cali this weekend. Okay? They're gonna have to put a tow truck to get that thing to Cali.
He
Oh,
got.
Ember, when
He
do you
got.
see flying cars, sir?
Oh man, we're not doing flying cars. People are not mature enough for that. No.
And these people can't even drive a Prius. Gonna give you
Right.
a flying car.
Let alone a Tesla.
I had a lady
Understand
about
something.
to kill me 2 days ago with a Prius on my motorcycle, and I get online. Apparently, it's a thing. Prius versus motorcycle is apparently a thing.
Yes, it is.
Prius drivers, some reason have a habit of hitting motorcycle rides. I don't know
I
what the hell's
don't know
going
what
on.
it is. I don't know what it is, but it's true, dog. I avoid nothing but Priuses all day long.
Priuses are dangerous out here, dog.
Priuses are dangerous for people. Like people who drive Priuses. No offense to all the people, all the Prius driving people that may watch this channel, but y'all, what is it? Just we
Something in
don't
the
care
water.
about life right now.
It's something in the water, dog.
No, something in that battery pack.
They out here killing folk, man. I don't know what to say. But,
Man. Yo, so look, since I got the TV people on, so y'all are like my television gurus.
Man, I want to hear about
Experian.
this 30-minute, $25 charge.
Oh Lord, it's nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing to talk about there.
What you say about my mama? I'm not playing.
So let me ask y'all a question. What do you think the current state of ad-supported television on the internet is going to look like?
Messy.
Lord.
Messy, dirty.
Yeah.
So hold on. So weirdly, Experian of all people did this article. The current climate of ad-supported television in the streaming world. So, Narrator, we touched on this a little bit, where Mike Tyson and the YouTuber is gonna fight, right? And and Netflix has a ad-supported version of Netflix, right? So my thing is YouTube TV supports that does ads on their own platform. They have national ads, but then they also do ads locally for whoever wants it.
Every cable company does nowadays.
Right. So my thing is what is the ad situation going to look like when it comes to television? You got the Roku, you got the Pluto TV, you got the Samsung TV. These are free, and then they're faster growing and constantly getting bigger.
It's because the amount of broke people is growing. What?
Yeah.
It's the truth. Look at the car repo right now. People can't afford to pay for services, so people are not ditching paid to go to ad supported. They have to go to ad supported because they're broke. There is a difference.
People can't afford to be Americans anymore.
Yeah, they can't afford to pay. If they could, they would pay to not have the ad. That's the truth, bro. So
the American dream is tough.
I would argue that YouTube has more daily viewers than any cable company or channel or streaming service because it's free.
Yeah.
See my point?
Yep.
That's why they're getting mad about their ad people using ad blockers.
Yep.
That's true.
No snap.
Hey, look, I mean, the thing is, you already offer something for free, and you're supported by ads, and all of a sudden now people are going, nah, I don't want to see your ads either. I'll be pissed too. I'm like, hold up. You want free 99? You want real free 99? Nah.
Yeah, there's actually a bunch of studies on this exact subject. They even have a name for it now. They call it FAST. You seen that?
Fast TV. Yeah.
Yeah. So all the largest fast TV services are all owned by major cable companies, except for YouTube. So, for example, Paramount
not
owns
really.
Pluto.
No radio.
Yeah, wait a minute. Paramount owns Pluto. Is Pluto not one of the largest free
Yes, it
ad-supported
is.
services?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
All right. Fox owns Tubi. Is Tubi not one of the largest free ad-supported TV services?
Yes, it is.
Comcast and Charter Communications co-own Xumo Play, growing free ad-supported TV service. Dish has Sling free stream. What I'm saying is a lot of these so-called ad-supported services are being bought by the cable companies anyway.
You're not getting away.
So they're controlling both sides of the market.
But no radio. One of the things that has been said recently is a lot of them are slowly losing money because people aren't buying.
Understood, but once again, they're going to get both money. Meaning these companies are going to win whether you pay or you don't pay. They're going to get money from you somehow, some way.
But the
That's
thing
why,
is,
why,
but no,
why do you think Amazon stopped adding as much content and they added the freebie thing where half the content you got to watch a commercial, watch it, even if you're a paid customer?
Yeah, they did
See
that.
what I'm saying? They getting the
As
money
of January,
either way.
yeah.
They're getting the money either way. So Samsung
They're
TV
getting-
Plus, the Vizio Watch Free Plus, TCL has their own. All these major companies are buying these. Even here, the only independent free ad-supported services are Plex, Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, Crackle, and Redbox. Everybody else is owned by some major company in some way or form.
No, Ray, you forgot the biggest of them all.
Who?
The Roku channel.
Roku
Man,
channel
Roku's dying.
the Roku channel is considered an independent, technically, because no major cable co owns them.
I've heard
Yeah.
Keon's in support of ad-supported stuff, especially if he wanted to watch an ad.
He can
to get
have
a
it. I don't
discount on his
care.
Tesla charging.
I'm cool with you
do I
having
get
ad
free
supported. I
charges?
just ain't coming to your house to watch nothing. I ain't got time for all that. I gotta watch the whole season on my days off. I ain't got time to watch all the commercials and turn 3 hours of TV into 6 because you got commercials every freaking 20 minutes. I ain't got time.
On TV.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that. I'll just pay. But that's me. But I do realize that there is a broke audience that will choose it because they're broke. And there's nothing wrong with that. I used to be broke and I had a lot of free stuff. I came up in the damn BitTorrent days. I know all about being broke and wanting to watch something.
I came up during the LimeWire days.
But just remember, right? Are Hondas cheaper than Mercedes?
Yes, Hondas are cheaper than Mercedes.
Either one of them is going bankrupt anytime.
No.
My point exactly.
No.
You will use the cheap free option until you can do better.
The same person that loves going to Little Caesars and then going to Dollar General and going to Little Caesars is gonna be like, let me go ahead and get my Roku.
The same guy who got a oodle noodles and he got he got at least 4 flavors of oodle noodles.
Yeah.
Okay? That dude is watching the ad-supported stuff, and ain't nothing wrong with it.
He got more than 4, man.
Nah, because let's be real.
Wait.
There ain't 4
The
oodle
same
noodles
person.
worth eating. So let's just be real.
No, radio. The same people that watch Judge Judy, Maury are the same ones that are enjoy these services.
But I would argue that what's not listed here, because I remember I just gave you all of those, and I didn't even name YouTube. I didn't name Facebook. I didn't name TikTok. They're getting more eyes than all of these people.
That's
all
true.
These companies. So, the highest ad supported is none of the companies you're going to name. It's TikTok and YouTube. They are the highest.
TikTok pulls in literally 170 million in the U.S. alone.
Exactly, and they're worldwide. So that's all I'm saying. This free is going to always have a large. So saying, oh, ad supported is growing. No, duh. But
hey,
no, duh. If a
the
gas
radio, this
station
stuff
had
makes my
cheaper
brain
gas,
hurt.
don't they get more customers?
That's as soon as you drop the gas prices down, man.
I mean, the
customers
gas
start
might cause
calling in.
the gas might make your engine start knocking, but if it gets you to work.
I've heard people say that too, man. I don't that was one of the reasons why I never went to those like weird mom and pop ones or the weird name ones. I always went to like an Exxon or a Shell, even though I knew I was paying a little bit more. People were like, "Oh no, stop here!" I said, "I don't put that gas in my car." No,
they still got the damn gas pump from 1997. Take forever to give you 10 gallons.
Lord.
Lord.
No, radio. Are you telling me it's the one, the hand crank one? I
No,
gotta crank it in
hand crank,
myself.
but it's got the analog dial.
Where it clicks.
It flips.
It's rolling the rolling numbers.
Look, and it runs out of numbers, so it has a flip back over to zero when you go past too many gallons. Like an old school odometer on a car. Once you hit 100,000 miles, you get 99999 and go back to zero.
Dang, man, it's like a brand new car.
It's a brand new car.
Like a brand new car.
Oh my God. But no, man. Of course Freeview is gonna grow, but that doesn't mean that pay TV is dead. No, it's not.
It's just a segment. Like, here's the thing, these ad-supported television platforms, they don't do DVR, they don't let you choose when you want to watch it. You have to watch it like you normally do regular traditional television, which is whenever it pops
Sling
up.
is actually changing that, and they're giving you 10 hours. And you don't even have to be subscribed to anything.
Yep.
But Sling is a pay for service.
No,
you don't have to pay for anything.
They have free stream. I just said that 2 minutes ago, Keon.
So free stream. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. They also have an ad supported service. That's all I'm trying to tell you. So here's the thing too. There was some guy said this like in the 40s or 50s. He said that one day there will be no celebrities because everybody will be a celebrity. He said this before the internet. This is like the 40s or 50s. He said one day once everybody has a camera, everybody's a celebrity. And that's basically what YouTube and TikTok has created.
That's true.
It has created a world where everybody is a celebrity, which means it will devalue being a celebrity, aka it will devalue high-end content. All these YouTubers, and then I think TikTok just took it over the edge, has devalued the entire entertainment industry.
Oh, hey, look, we see it in the music industry. The music industry is very if it doesn't succeed on TikTok, you don't even hear from it.
Because back in the day, well, not even just that. Back in the day, you had to have $200,000 worth of gear to make a good sounding record. You can do it now with about $500 and a trip to Sweetwater.com.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So the cheapening of access or being able to get out there has killed the more people are literally watching series on TikTok and YouTube than they are watching these big TV series. That's why they're all fighting to see who's going to have the next hot series, because they can't compete. They can't compete.
You know what? This also explains why like Netflix and Amazon are very skittish about investing in like big time movies or TV shows. It's because they don't know if it's going to work.
To give it that many chances. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because you know why? I forgot. I was watching a guy. He's a big actor. He said the most profitable movie in history only cost like $400,000 to make.
Yeah, what movie is that?
It's some movie from like the 70s with Mel Gibson or something. But when we said profitable, we didn't say how much the money was. We said profit, meaning how much you spent versus how much you made. He said the movie's made like hundreds of millions. It cost like $400,000 to make. And that's what he was saying. What has happened to all the new stuff is there's being more profit made off of cell phone videos than big movie productions. You got movie productions, they spend $100 million to make it, and they only make $120 million. What was the profit margin?
Yeah, very, very hardly none.
You got a guy that didn't have no cameraman, didn't have a color correction guy, didn't have a casting agent, didn't have all these different things. He spent $45 in an hour, and the video made $1 million. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what's happening to the whole industry, bro.
But you know what? Here's the thing: the talent pool is way bigger. Like you got people who are like, for me, I'm not good at video editing. So if I could pay somebody to do it, then I can find that's less overhead for me.
Yeah, I
That's
think it
less
was Mike
overhead.
Johnson.
So I think that being able to utilize people with special talents it can drop the price of, big budget stuff. Like, let's say that Sony does something. Now they got to go to the Sony in-house picture place because they don't want their movie to leak. Hey, we need you to work on the graphics here. Well, guess what? It costs money to have all that product there.
Yeah, it's a
And
lot.
keep
It's a
it
lot.
in house, and you got to employ all those people when there's no movie being produced. Oh, you need somebody to contract out. Hey, I need you to put flames in this. Oh, we already put the green screen in. Have a nice day.
That's what I'm saying. Is cheaper. It's cheap, bad quality content is more profitable than high end quality content.
Hey,
At
no,
the end of
real.
the
You
day.
look at what you're addicted to. Country Wayne. Come on, dog. You know they shoot that on the iPhone.
Oh yeah, and
You
they
know
shoot it
shoot that on
vertical.
the iPhone.
And I hate vertical, but I can't stop watching. Okay, that's my point. That man made $7 million shooting vertical with an iPhone. He ain't had no lighting man and a microphone man and a.
Man, he got a case. Look, he got a case holding the microphone boom on the phone and
what made it
pointing
worse?
the camera at it.
You know what he did to make shit even worse? He turned around and he made all the actors get their own storylines out of the main storyline, and they film their own stuff now. He ain't got to go out there and do nothing. He got like 7 iPhones making 4 and 5 videos a day. It's ridiculous. He's running a sweatshop with YouTube content.
Oh Lord, the YouTube sweatshop.
I think he said his monthly bills for all the people that work with him, he's spending $200,000 a month.
That's cheap.
That's for all his employees total. $200,000.
Yeah, that's cheap. We're talking about hardware. Is he including hardware too?
And what hardware? He shoot with iPhones. What they got?
Yeah.
Some little GoPro camera holder things, whatever you call them.
Yeah.
the little
the tech channel shot on iPhone all the time.
Yeah, the DJI. He got the DJI handheld little things probably.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
It shot on a gimbal. A low grade gimbal.
And he's doing hundreds of thousands of views a day.
And that's not even getting technical with the camera either. He's not getting technical with the iPhone's camera, especially the newer.
That's what I'm saying.
The Apple ProRes.
He has done what they wish they could do. They wish they could have a budget that low and have content that often. They can't do it. Think about it, bro. It takes us a year and a half sometimes to get a new season.
Yes.
On some of these shows. Country Wayne got 12 episodes a day year round.
Oh God!
Just think about that.
But you know what? But here's the thing: when you are, let's say that you're a big studio and you see somebody like Country Wayne blowing up like that, then it makes you rethink, like, yo, is it worth it? But then on top of that, you don't want your movie that you spending millions of dollars on to be leaked out in the world.
The problem is this, right? You like I just said, everybody's going to be a celebrity eventually. And here's the thing, right? Imagine when we get to the point where everybody lives a mile from a big YouTuber, because there's gonna be a day where you're a mile from a big YouTuber. Every person in America. I want y'all to realize that it's going to happen. There's gonna be a day where everybody lives a mile from some big YouTuber, because that's how many and that's how exponentially they're growing. The rate.
Well, it's not even a YouTuber, no radio. Any content creator, anything you can make with the phone that can go viral.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying there's a lot of people on TikTok. There's a lot of people on YouTube. Like even when I tell people that I'm doing YouTube in my car, like they're surprised but not shocked. Like it's like they hop in the car and they go, "Oh, you do YouTube?" We're like, "Yeah," and then there's a conversation around it. But they're not like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that I'm talking to somebody who's doing YouTube." Like it's like commonplace but not shocking. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
and what makes it bad is Country Wayne doesn't just do views on YouTube. He does YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram simultaneously.
Yeah.
And he has millions of views on all of them.
Well, you look at you look at Carlos, he live streams and then he's got a microphone clipped onto his shirt.
Yeah,
The
cheap production.
Hey, look.
I mean that in a person that doesn't, that has a very, that likes watching their ad TV and all that, it's expensive, but from a production aspect, yeah, it's cheap.
Well, here's the thing, 20 years ago, you didn't have that type of competition. I mean, cell phones with cameras on them were very, very low, if not non-existent.
Man, they look like that LG.
That's why you got an iPhone, sir.
Man, I got an iPhone because I just wanted to see what an iPhone does.
Here we go, Kia. He did 1,074,537 views.
Good God.
In a day.
Whoa.
That's all.
Man, he got half of the people looking at the internet.
In the last 30 days, he had 40 million views.
Wow.
So I'm just saying, bro. 40 million views in 30 days.
Well, it's just like the one person the one person that was not expecting to go viral was Ryan Hall. He did the video, he did the live stream exactly like how the Weather Channel is. He did his own mix of the Weather Channel for the severe weather in the Midwest. He was number one on trending. He overtook everyone.
But here's the thing though, viral is a moment in time. It ain't 4 years.
No.
Country Wayne is doing millions a day for years. I don't want to be viral. I want millions
I want
a day
sustainability.
For 5 years.
Sustainability is where you can turn around and pay $200,000 to your staff on a monthly basis.
But but here's the problem, right? Ryan Hall only has 5,000 subs, so he's getting 500,000 views a day right now. But he only has 500,000 subs. So
Ryan Hall does not have 5,000 subscribers.
I'm looking at Ryan Hall, the Ryan Hall Social Blade right now.
That Ryan Hall y'all is 1.83 million subs.
You said Ryan Hall y'all?
That's his YouTube channel name.
Then why did you leave the y'all out when you said it? You got to say
because
the
it's his name.
All right, now we got Ryan Hall y'all. Well, check it out. Ryan Hall y'all 200. So here goes how you know his viewers aren't watching. Are you ready? He has 1.78 million subs, but he only has 200,000 views a day average. Country Wayne only has 900,000 subs and has over 1 million views. He has 5 times the views with less
and a lot more people that's not sub to the channel.
That's all I'm saying.
Actually, here's the thing. Do you know it's harder? It's harder to get your subs to watch your video than somebody new watching your video.
It also plays in the factor of what you upload.
But they don't come back. His subs don't come back. That's the problem.
Right.
That's how you end up with almost 2 million subs, only 200,000 daily views, versus 900,000 subs and 1 million daily views. Ryan Hall's estimated monthly earnings is only 36,000. Country Wayne's is over 100,000. So a lot of people, that's why I say subscriber counts don't mean that much, because a lot of people, I'm subbed to a bunch of people I don't watch because I subbed them 5 years ago and they stopped making good stuff and I just stopped watching.
Well, here's the thing, because subbing doesn't cost anything. So
exactly.
If subbing cost you money, people wouldn't sub.
You want sustained viewers. That's the thing. Country Wayne, if you got 900,000 subs and you have 1 million views daily, that means your subs and non-subs are watching you every day.
Right.
Not they subbed 2 years ago and they ain't watched in 9 months. Yeah.
That's true.
And that's what that is the difference. That's why I watched a bunch of YouTube that talk about this stuff. Like, this guy has all these subs, but look at his views. He's like, we only got 200,000 subs and we got 1 million views a day. This guy's got 3 million subs and only got 200,000 views. It's because people saw one video because that person went viral and then they didn't stick around because there was nothing else to see. That's what happens to a lot of YouTubers. They go big and then they die down because they have
viral is like getting struck by lightning.
Yeah, you don't want to be viral. That's not a good thing.
Yeah. You don't because you got to move fast to capitalize on it.
Yeah, you got to stay viral, not go viral. You got to stay there. That's the problem.
That's the hard part.
Yeah, staying
Look,
is hard.
hey, look, if me moving slow and my channel moving slow makes me more viable in the long run, then I'd rather take the slow path. I don't want the fast path. The fast path is lightning in a bottle. Like
Yeah.
when I open it, the lightning is gone.
Yeah, if your daily views is greater than your subscriber count, you might want to. Sorry, if your daily views is lower than your subscriber count, you have a retention issue.
But mine's
That's
low
true.
because mine's low because I don't upload that much right now.
We got to get you to start uploading, man.
Netflix don't give you movies and TV shows when your views is lower than your subscriber count. Netflix is giving Country Wayne comedy specials and shows and movies deals because they see the value. He has a sustained $1 million daily audience.
What is it? Cat Williams got a special coming.
Cat Williams got one coming too. It's gonna be live too.
Oh
Lord,
Lord,
be live on Netflix.
What Cat Williams say, Keon? He's done 1,700 city tours. That's sustainability.
That's sustainability.
1,700 city tours is sustainable.
What was it when he was sitting on that couch? He said, "You got to show that you could hold people attention for longer than an hour."
There you go.
And that's what he's done. I mean, he's shown that he can hold people's attention for longer than an hour.
This thing about all the YouTubers that were so big years ago that we don't even talk about anymore.
Oh God,
it's a lot of them.
What was it? PewDiePie? I don't even hear much out of him now. Look. The Jake Paul had to go into boxing and he's getting ready to have his life threatened for him to stay relevant.
So let's look at PewDiePie. He has 111 million subscribers.
Oh God.
His daily views is only 29 million. So his subs ain't even watching him. He's still highly successful. But his subs, less than half of his subs actually watch him.
What about North Carolina?
What about Mr. Beast?
What about North Carolina's finest, Mr. Beast?
Oh, Mr. Beast is definitely doing numbers. You can go ahead and just lay that one down.
Mr. Beast is
Mr. Beast is an A+ YouTube channel. 47 million daily viewers.
No. They had to invent a new tier for him. Okay.
He's
like, what is it? You get a silver play.
He is number
you get a
one.
Gold. He get a diamond.
He is number one in America. He is 12th on the planet. He is second in subscribers on the planet. He is first entertainment rank. He's 23rd in his video views rank. His video views rank is only low because his subscriber base is bigger than his actual watchers because people only followed and don't watch every day. But
what he did you ever see one of his videos he did? He just walked into a Walmart and was like, whoever was subscribed to him, he got like $100,000. So everybody started subscribing just in case he would walk into a Walmart with them in it.
I mean, the dude makes like $86 million a year. What do you want from him?
Hey, I'm just saying.
He makes more than Drake does.
Man, he makes enough. He makes enough to help
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast. If he left North Carolina, I think your economy would actually hurt a little bit.
Not 86 million. No, sir. You are wrong.
I said a little bit. I didn't say a lot.
Not even a little bit. 86 million. They won't even build a bypass. Okay. Good luck with that.
Hey, Norio.
I thought one of the was $400 million, sir.
Hey, nobody else. one of the richest YouTubers that hasn't done a feature. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. So yes, Mr. Beast
he don't feature all the people's stuff.
He's big in YouTube, but like as far as money goes, he ain't competing with Microsoft, which is in North Carolina. They have 3 offices. He ain't competing with Lenovo, also in North Carolina. He ain't competing with the fiber optic company, Corning. He ain't competing.
I know.
I'm just saying, he's small time. 86 million. We spend that on 8 fiber neighborhoods.
There was a bunch of complete.
He's social media famous.
Yeah. Well, no. He's entertainment famous. Get it right, Keon, because he's making more money than the highest paid rappers and actors as well. Most actors ain't making 86 million. He is entertainment.
No, he ain't. No,
but he is not different. Corporation rich. He's not corporation rich. He's entertainment famous.
Well, at one point, look, I'm just saying, most
actors make less than $1 million a year, sir.
I know his
the man lives inside.
Feastables was in Jacksonville. They were getting sued.
Hey, look, the man literally lives in his warehouse where he does his video production. He's not living in a house. He's like, yo, he's saving all them dollars.
Check this out. The average famous actor only makes $138,000 a year.
Ouch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ouch.
People be thinking all these movie stars is rich. I don't know where y'all got them lies from. They be getting 15 grand for a movie, 20,000 for a movie. Only a handful are getting millions for a movie. Like less than 10 big actors are getting $1 million. Most of them are getting 200,000 and less for a movie.
Hey, you heard about the Robert Downey Jr. contract, right?
Yeah, he's getting paid.
He get paid,
but he one of the handfuls. What we're talking about,
right?
Yeah, most actors don't make any money. They're broke. You didn't see what Taraji said about how she said I do a movie. They pay me 200,000. I immediately got to spend 120,000 just for my support staff.
Yep.
See, they ain't making the money you think. And neither are the rappers. These rappers signed a deal for $1 million, but 750,000 of that just goes to making the album and the music videos. And by the time they get to the end, they only made 100 grand. And they done. Yeah, these people ain't rich as you think they are, bro.
Even Dora's not rich, and she threw away the map because she realized she was broke.
Oh God, Brandon!
Wow, Brandon!
I'm just saying, bro.
I didn't see him go that way.
Who do you think is broker? I give you a question. Who's broker? A McDonald's worker who owes $1,000 on his car, or the movie actor who owes $1 million in taxes and has 900,000 in the bank?
The movie actor.
Movie actor.
Exactly. That's the part everybody seems to forget, man. These rich people are brokers than you with more money because they're.
We all know that everybody goes for the fame and the fortune, man. People want the fame before you can get the fortune.
Most of these actors don't make any money till they start directing movies, or they become like what they call them, you got to become like a Leonardo or Will Smith. You got to become a Tom Cruise to make big money in.
Dang, you mean the 2-story RV?
Yeah, the 2-story RV guys. You got to become the leading man, the leading lady to get real money. Everybody else is just surviving out here.
Hey, man.
That's why if you watch half of the Country Rain skits, I promise you this: watch Country Rain skits for 1 week, and then I want you to watch any random Hollywood movie. You will see the same people in them movies. I'm not even joking.
I believe it.
They're literally scattered through all the Hollywood movies. All the people who feature on, they make more money from Country Wayne than they do making Hollywood movies, and they're in all the movies and the TV shows.
He's probably employing more people.
I'm just saying, but what I'm saying is he pays them salaries to produce content. They make more from him than they would in being in a big movie. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. You'd be surprised. He basically is employing every B-list actor from Atlanta full time.
Hey. What's up, EM? He comes in with a wrecking ball, a T-Mobile fan club.
Oh, welcome to the club. Have you
welcome to the fan club, man?
Let us get your phone for you.
Which phone do you want? Do you want an iPhone or Android?
Maria, could you take his measurements?
Hey, man, how does a Chromebook run on T-Mobile, sir?
How? When it runs on ARM?
I'm glad
you said that. Thank you.
Oh God, Brandon, no, you had to.
I'm glad you said something along that lines because it's about to hit the fan, man. No radio. My news feed was full of Qualcomm this week. That's why I left it at the end. So let's pull
I don't
this
want to
up.
talk about it no more. I'm waiting for them to drop.
Man, understand that. Look, it's a little bit of a controversy too. So we got the Surface. Hold on, let me pull this up. We got the Surface 6 laptop with the X chip from Snapdragon coming up. Right? So they're up here saying that we about to hit a paradigm shift in computing. That the competition is getting ready to start up. What is it? The Surface laptop is getting a powerful Qualcomm Snapdragon X chip this summer.
Forgot those laptops were a thing.
What? A
The
Qualcomm
Surface.
laptop?
The Surface.
Oh man, they still make those.
I know, but I said I forgot they were a thing.
Oh, because you're an Apple person.
He is not.
He likes Apple.
He got a Costco Windows laptop.
Oh snap! Well, hey, I'm an Apple
Costco.
user. I'm an Apple user, and I knew they were a thing. All right, that makes you feel better.
I own
no,
two
but
Surface
I'd
products.
rather have an HP.
I own 2 Surface products.
I'd rather have
where you got it from.
have a Surface over an HP, Brandon.
But no, radio. They're saying now. Here's the thing: in these benchmarks that nobody's able to really test, they're saying that the Surface Laptop 6 is going to be competitive to the M3. Competitive.
I'm just ready for them to release so we can talk about what they're actually doing, not what they might do.
But they're also saying that maybe the numbers are fudged.
Well, what I read is said that Qualcomm said that the chips can do more than what that was on the benchmark. That's what I read.
But
I read that the benchmarks are not those benchmarks are actually the vendors' configurations. That's what I've read.
Well, the one I read and I put it into the chat. They said that Qualcomm was fudging the numbers.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Hold on, I'll pull it up. Let me pull it up there. Hold on.
Because apparently the vendors are also playing with these things. They're making modifications to them.
And this came from Tom's Hardware.
So fudging as in they're lying, or fudging as in they're slowing them down on purpose?
That the claims are not as indicative as they might be. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Felt like saying big words while I'm half awake. I'm gonna let you ride today, man.
Hey, look, man. Only time I can actually sound smart is when you start slowing down.
Edmund using them AI words.
Brandon, he just took
the AI,
everybody took an AI script from a Dollar General and used it as a show prop.
That was the comment of the evening, right there. That was it.
Hey, this live stream is brought to you by the closest AI next to me.
Oh my God.
So it says here the Qualcomm response to benchmark's cheating allegations. Snapdragon X Elite and Plus benchmark claim to be fraudulent.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I didn't decide just to talk about this one just because. Understand, all my whole news feed was filled, and this one popped up, and I was like, fraudulent? Hold up. So they're saying like I'm not
gonna
sure
go
the
bad
company.
for them if they are lying, because we're gonna get our hands on them, Qualcomm.
That's true. Deep sources at Qualcomm said that their benchmarks claims insist that Qualcomm's benchmarks are impossible to recreate even by class-leading OEM developers. A Qualcomm representative sent Tom's Hardware an official comment. So they said they stand behind their claims, but the thing is they didn't let anybody really play around with it. So when somebody went,
well, that was one of the meetings. I just watched something where they were allowed to,
but it was very limited.
It doesn't matter. They handed it to him, and he did what he wanted to. He said he installed this software and he did that. I'm saying what he said. Now, if he's lying too, then he got paid off. But
oops,
he claimed he actually had access to actually install software and everything. I know some of the early meetings they were not allowed access, but I forgot the guy. And it was crazy. This dude is an Apple guy. He's an Apple lover. He been beating them M chips over our heads for the last damn 3-4 years. And he said that he was able to run his own benchmarks and stuff. So I don't know.
Oh, the controversy. Look, once the benchmarks start coming out, and we get like everyday people, like the Surface 6 coming
wait a
out.
minute, Keon. What's the date on this article? Because you have pulled out some old articles before by accident. What's the date on this? I'm just saying you've done it. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
April 25th.
Okay, and it's still good. Okay, because here's the thing: if this is true, they're not going to get away with it. It's going to
That's
bite
true.
them in the ass. So I hope for Qualcomm it's not true because like the consumers are dumb, but the internet is undefeated.
That's
Oh,
true.
we all know that when Apple has their controversies.
Yeah,
Hey,
consumers
look,
dumb.
come on,
Internet's
man.
undefeated.
Hey, look. Austin, the internet be pulling punches, dog, when it comes to Apple because everybody wants the access to Apple.
Man.
They don't be throwing the haymakers, man. Hey,
Oh, they do.
still no, they don't. You show me where somebody look. Besides the people who actually are not Apple people, that's not going to be invited to Cupertino. Those people don't throw haymakers. I ain't seen not a one of them. All those people that I see on the YouTubers shaking hands and be like, "Oh man, you here too? Oh man," you look at their videos, they go,
The only one I've
Apple
seen,
done did it again.
the only one I've seen an Apple fanboy give another one crap was John Prosser giving Apple Track nonsense.
Oh, come on, man.
But even then,
Look,
If Qualcomm is fudging these numbers, it's over for them.
Look. I'm just saying that
this will be the last time they get to attempt to release a chip for Windows. It'll be their last time because the consumer's not going to do this game again, especially after this rollout they've done. They have
this is a hype
overhyped
train.
They
This
hype
is
it
a
so
hype train,
badly
dog.
that it is a face plant waiting to happen if they're lying.
If they're lying, Apple is going to make fun of them.
Oh, bro, and I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something, Kim. If Qualcomm is making these benchmarks up, sir, I will personally purchase a new MacBook.
Oh, God! No, really, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that.
I put my money where my mouth is. That's who I am. I don't like to talk about it. I'll be about it.
Someone in the back needs to clip this live stream.
I will, because I already told you guys when these laptops drop, I'm going to buy one. These ARM ones. I'm going to benchmark them by my standards and my needs, and I'm going to give you an honest opinion.
Hey, look, your standards is not that far off, man. Look, you said that you here you go. So let me pull this one up. You did say that can they do 4K? What was it? XDA developers was talking about. Let me see if I can pull it. Where's that? What's that?
I hope they're not fudging numbers because that wouldn't end well.
Yeah, this will be the biggest face plant in probably computer history with all this hype train.
The thing is, why would you fudge the numbers?
I don't know.
Why would you fudge the numbers if you know that when people get their hands on it?
I just told you, I read an article where Qualcomm said that the benchmarks we're seeing, the chips can do better than the benchmarks. And now these people are saying the benchmarks that are existing are not real, but Qualcomm's saying it does even better.
Look,
that's
right here.
I literally just read one. Well, they said those benchmarks ain't even.
There's too much. There's too much at stake here.
Yeah, there's a lot at stake.
No, radio. Here you go. Remember when you said that your gold standard is to do 4K 60, right? They're saying it's 4K 60 video hardware decoding, encoding and decoding.
Sir, that is like rendering video. I'm talking about gaming, not the same thing, sir.
True.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
Now, as far as I said I needed to do 1080p 60, and according to the benchmarks, it can't. We already knew that. It was doing 40. Remember, 40 frames a second.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go. So it already can't do so basically, it can't replace your gaming laptop, but neither can the Mac. So that's irrelevant. The Mac can't do it either.
Mac wasn't designed for gaming to begin with.
Yeah, but hey, they better start getting on board because gaming pushes hardware.
Well, the reason why it matters, though, Austin, is the price point. If you charge me the same as a gaming machine, if it's the same price, but the gaming machine can do it, how much just get the gaming machine? That is the issue. At least in the Mac world, there is $1,000 optional, or what we say, $1,100 option, somewhere around there. Samsung's talking about $1,400 for the entry level one.
Ooh.
That is ridiculous.
Samsung, I thought Apple was expensive, but God,
Exactly. But I think what Samsung's trying to do, they're trying to force the OLED screen on you because the OLED is probably what's making that price go up.
Oh, Keon,
Hey, they got a lot of OLED screens.
Well, I don't need the
Keon.
OLED on my laptop.
Hey, Keon.
What's up, Austin?
This whole Qualcomm ordeal, I hope it don't fall flat on its face like Stadia did.
Oh.
Yeah. And Keon, just for you, the thing you sent me about the new Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
If you look at that chip, it is the same performance as your Lenovo Legion. Oh, by the way, just information for you. The new Switch 2.
You know what? I didn't even get to it yet.
Yeah, go for it. Because I already did my research. That is the same performance as your Lenovo Legion, sir. And maybe a hair better than your Legion because of the power level. But other than that, it's basically a Lenovo Legion with a Nintendo logo on it.
Oh,
man.
It's the equivalent of roughly a 1660, but not at full wattage. Yep, it literally has the exact same core count as a 1660 on the graphic side.
Well,
and
hey,
if you know,
Nintendo kept the handheld game alive at this long. They better come out with something.
But that still puts them way behind. Yet again, like I told you would happen. I told you that they would never try to come up to that level. That puts them like 4 generations behind the console still.
That's true.
So no, Nintendo is not stepping up. Even though they got a new ARM chip coming, they are not stepping up to compete with flagship.
This ARM chip is supposed to be being produced by Samsung.
Yeah, but it's but if you look at it, it's got NVIDIA graphics. It even says it. Read it. The graphics side is designed by an NVIDIA.
Yeah, the Tegra T239 processor.
It's Samsung's manufacturing process. NVIDIA's design.
Oh,
there you go. It's an NVIDIA chip, sir. Samsung's just a factory.
Samsung's foundries, Tegra, NVIDIA's process.
Go look at the core count on the graphics side, on the CUDA cores. It's basically like a toned down 1660.
A 1660?
Yep.
I mean, if this is better than my Lenovo,
no,
that means
your Lenovo is basically like 1% indifference of a 1660.
Yeah.
The only reason why your Lenovo doesn't perform as good as a 1660 is the wattage. Because you have to operate on battery, you can't get full performance from the cores.
That's true. But here's the thing: but when you plug it in, you get the extra performance.
Nope, because you still don't have 130 watts. You need like 100-something watts to get full performance. You can't do it.
It only ramps up. I think it ramps up to 65 watts.
Yeah, basically what they did is they put the core count there, but you don't have full wattage to operate the cores at full potential. So you still don't perform at a 1660. You perform what a 1660 can do unplugged, even when you're plugged in.
I don't think the cooling can keep up with it.
Exactly.
I don't think the cooling in that form factor can keep up with it. So even if it's powerful enough to do it, I don't think you can keep it cool long enough to be able to do it.
And that's what I'm saying. If you do matching core counts and your nanometer isn't significantly lower, you can't get away with it. You can only get away with that lower wattage and have similar performance if the nanometers are low enough. The nanometers didn't change enough. That's the problem. Right. You're gonna have to basically, in order for a mobile 1660 on battery to compete with a 1660 plugged in,
the nanometers need to be very small.
You're gonna have to shrink it like 1/3 of the size. Like it's a lot, bro. Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, you don't gain performance. You just gain
cooling efficiency.
You gain efficiency going smaller.
Yep. That's why if you buy any modern gaming laptop, the power bricks are huge.
That's true. Yeah.
They're 200-watt plus power bricks for gaming laptops. Forget your
I
little
mean, look,
45-watt
the
charger.
power brick for my Lenovo is pretty big. I mean, it's not Xbox size power brick, but it's a lot bigger than your normal one. Even for my laptop, my yoga laptop is pluggable small in comparison.
But it's on. But the Lenovo laptop's only 45-watt charger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My,
It's only 45 watts.
the Legion Go was a 65-watt charger.
The one for my MacBook Pro is 140.
Well, yeah.
That brick.
Well,
is
you know
weird.
what? But you know what?
But guess what? You never use it because the laptop don't run anywhere near that wattage.
That's true. See, you know what? No, radio. What I'm curious to see about these new chips, right? And a lot of different publications said this was like pumping more power in didn't give you a net return. Like running the Qualcomm processors.
But remember, you're talking about on just raw benchmarks. I'm saying graphics performance alone, not entire chip processing. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, EM says his work laptop is 260 watts.
Exactly my point. That's all I'm saying. So wattage does give you a performance increase on graphic side. On the processor side, it's different. Graphics cards use way more wattage than processors do.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what?
So they were talking about overall benchmark performance. I'm saying raw graphics performance. If you have the same chip in a graphics side, right, the wattage does matter. That's the reason why if I unplug my Legion laptop, the graphics card has to drop into low performance mode because it cannot run without the full.
And the battery can't pump out enough juice to provide the watts for it.
Yeah. I can't overclock. I can't do any of that. You can't play 4K on my gaming laptop at 60 frames if it ain't plugged in. It ain't gonna
without
happen.
it being plugged in.
Exactly. It needs everything. And it has to run the fans at full freaking bore. That's probably the main thing sucking all the juice up. The fans have to go full bore to run 4K on Cyberpunk or something like that. The fans don't get to chill. They have to run high speed the entire time.
Dang.
And that's what we just said earlier. The cooling is the issue.
So let me ask you a question already. If power doesn't, adding more power to processing doesn't matter, then what can influence it?
Better cooling, and cooling needs power. I just said that 2 seconds ago. It ain't just giving voltage to the chip itself. You got to also keep the chip cool. That takes more wattage. That's what I'm saying. It ain't just the chip soaking up the wattage, it's the cooling. We already saw with the MacBooks what happened with the Pro that has more fans.
Oh, it's way cooler, even though they're running. It's running the same.
It runs better.
Like basically it's the same chip in a different chassis.
That's all I'm saying.
The guy. What was it? The people from that did the AirJet. They put AirJets inside of.
You got it to run better in the air.
Yeah, and it ran the same. It ran the same performance.
That's all I'm saying. If you keep that chip cooler, it ain't gonna overheat after 3 minutes of gameplay. So it ain't simply the chip needs wattage. All the supporting features of the chip need wattage, like the cooling system. So it ain't as simple as put more voltage in the chip. Yeah, how about put more voltage in the cooling system?
That's true.
Yeah, it's more.
But here's the thing, like how these tube cooling systems in laptops. I mean, have we hit the maximum of what we can do?
The cooling system in my Lenovo Legion is bigger than the entire board, graphics card, GPU, and everything. Just the cooling is bigger than all of it.
But here's the thing:
the cooling is like
are we gonna have to rethink
the damn thing? It's just the cooling section. I'm so serious.
Are we gonna have to rethink the way that we do cooling in these laptops just so we can pull out more power?
The benefit of ARM is that we don't need as much cooling.
That's true.
But you still need cooling.
But hey, look, this is going to turn around to be a arms race now. Oh, pardon the pun.
You tried. It didn't work. But you tried.
I didn't mean for it to set up that way.
Good old try there, buddy.
I didn't mean it for that way. But hey, look, I'm just saying that what's going to happen when that you now have Qualcomm and Apple fighting against each other? Because that's what's going to start happening. Like the internet is basically saying that Microsoft needs to make sure that this works.
All I'm saying is, if Qualcomm is lying on this, man, it is going to be a slaughter fest.
It's going to hurt.
YouTube is going to be. It's going to be disc records coming out, bro, about this, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be. I might make a record. Yeah.
Wow.
Damn. Like this shit is. It's gonna be bad, brother.
They have to show up. Either you under promise and over deliver. You never over promise.
Hey, Keon, that article you show about them fudging numbers. Qualcomm's over there shaking like leaves in a hurricane.
Yeah. Hold on, let me find that.
That's gonna be the new repeat of MKBHD versus that damn pen.
Oh, hey,
that one ain't gonna be him doing it. That's gonna be the internet going on fire.
The internet's going to slaughter Qualcomm if this doesn't work.
Gonna melt. The internet's gonna melt.
They're gonna slaughter them if this is underperforming. It's gotta be on par. I don't think that anybody expects Qualcomm to destroy the M series on this first try, but it has got to be up there with them. Like they're gonna do renders side by side. So
I would get M1, but they went as far as to say, "Oh, it's gonna be up to par with the M3." I'm like, well, okay, we'll see. You're gonna get everyone's expectations high. We'll see where this ends.
That's all I'm saying. It's gonna be a slaughter fest.
It's gonna be a slaughter fest, whether anyone likes it or not.
It has to work. I need for it to work, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for this future. These products need to get smaller. Look, if it works, the handhelds are going to get better.
My plan for the machine would be that it would become my dedicated studio PC and travel PC, and my other one would become dedicated to gaming. It was going to be my gaming laptop is going to get plugged up like a console and never moved again. and that was going to become the music PC. Better perform.
Right.
Better perform.
I mean, that's what everybody's saying, man. But when I saw that article talking about they were like the OEMs can't reproduce, I'm like, whoa, wait a second. So
I don't know.
So y'all about to pull Dora and SpongeBob out tomorrow? I mean,
you
this
said
week.
Dora? Did you say Dora and SpongeBob?
Did he just say that?
What in the pedophilic?
Where did Dora and SpongeBob coming at?
Yeah, like what the heck, Brandon?
The Charter and Paramount scandal.
Oh,
I don't know anything about that. What are you talking about?
Well, remember yesterday, Edmund, I was talking about how Paramount's gonna pull its channels from Spectrum.
Hey, it's just it's Paramount's turn. That's all.
Hey, Brandon,
it's Paramount's turn.
Hey, Brandon, how's your news with his cord cutting logic?
Oh shit!
Yeah, it happened.
Oh no, Ray. Speaking of that, I saw there's a news reporter that I follow out of Texas, and I've been following her for years. And she said that she does the Greensboro news from San Antonio.
The Greensboro news from San Antonio
wouldn't surprise me. I know how these companies operate. I told y'all
the internet lets you be somewhere where you're not. So I'm not surprised.
I have been to the Spectrum News office. I can inform you, they do still film there too.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I literally. You want me to tell you what's crazy? No, you know what? I'm not gonna talk about it. Never mind. I'll tell y'all off stream. I ain't gonna tell you on stream.
Yeah.
Moving on to the other subject.
Too much private information there.
Yeah, but look. Hey, to answer Brandon's question on that one or statement is. It's Paramount's turn. Hey, did Disney already went through it? It's Paramount's turn now. That's all.
Yep. It'll be Viacom again sometime soon. Who knows?
It'll be the next whoever internet carrier is gonna be like, hey, it's time for us to renegotiate. And you can be like, Give us the keys to your online side, and we'll be happy.
Yeah, man, I
That's what's gonna happen.
I don't think Charter is gonna renew its agreement with
They
Paramount.
are going to.
And
they
the
want the
reason why I
same.
say that, well, it's they will, but the blackout's gonna take very long. And the reason why I say that is because Paramount channels are the least viewed channels, and they have the
Man,
most amount of channels.
Paramount's just asking Spectrum.
Look,
to
it don't matter if they're the least
No.
viewed. Paramount's going to want to be on that service, on Spectrum service, and
But
as long as they
app
want to be up
never
there, they're going to have
works.
leverage.
Hey, Keon, did you hear what I said?
What did you say?
I said Paramount's going to ask Spectrum to leave the light on at the hotel for them.
Oh,
Hey,
and
what is
Spectrum
that?
gonna
Is that
tell
an old? That's the
Mitchell
old
in.
Motel 6. We keep the light on for you.
We'll leave the light on as long as you leave the Mitchell in.
Oh no! Oh, and on that note, it's time to go.
Yeah.
You're already regurgitating that name up. What's this?
What did R. Kelly say? Do you have your passport? Did you get your shot?
Oh Lord!
Austin, where's my ring, sir?
You ain't black
Paramount
enough to know what
Space
that
Challenge renewing
Man,
talks with Charter and
I
Lissay.
told you Mother Nature is going to punish you.
Do you have your passport? Did you get your shot?
Just ask Mitchell to come around, Brandon. You'll really get rain.
Oh, hey, no radio. You know
this
it's
is
going
why
downhill
we need
now.
this is why we need our guns in Texas, sir.
Yeah. Hey, I'm about to I'm gonna go ahead and take these shenanigans offline now because they already talk about that fictitious character now. Guys, thank y'all for
We were
watching.
talking about that last week, sir.
Thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
Passport? Did you get your shot?
I would ask where y'all. Please go to Austin S Tech for your Apple News. No radio is gonna be in the grandma sheets. And Brandon's gonna be over there on riding cables long cord into the here yonder. Thank y'all and love y'all and have a good night. Oh God, y'all